And one. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. So, where's my music?
Oh no.
La 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 la.
There it is.
Beautiful,
There it is.
Deanna.
I thought so.
Great lyrics.
Fantastic. Oh, how come it's so low? So low I can't hear it. Like Han. There we go. With that said, when we last left our heroes, dredging through the thick, hot jungles of Qatar, our heroes discovered a small tribe of dino-humanoids called the Dinomites. Curiously, the Dinomites showed signs of the manipulation of time magic due to strange green crystals that their savior had gifted them. With a bit of perception, Alara convinced their leader Prozac to take them to the shrine to which they had received said crystals. Upon arrival, it was discovered that it seemed no more than a rundown hut. However, as the party entered, it was no simple rundown lodge. Utilizing an arcane mechanism activated by turning a sundial, the flow of time seemed to change within this place, revealing doorways at certain intervals on the dial. The first, a library frozen in time, that's contents would fade to dust if not touched with the softest of handling. As they scoured the room, they came across a desk with maps stacked on top of one another, depicting X's in various areas of Qatar. Luckily, the ever-nimble hands of the party's rogue was able to safely move the maps without causing them to turn to dust. However, unluckily, as the final map was being examined, Lucy's wild magic once again sporadically went off in a most inconvenient time, causing the room to collapse in on itself. With not a second to spare, the party made it out safely before continuing on to the next room. The second room looked as if it was some type of storage protecting more than just rations. There they found the skeleton of a short, portly man wearing a suit. As they inspected the remains, 8 faceless masks flew off the shelves and animated the poor skeleton. Each face held a different school of magic and resembled that to one that the party has been seen wearing before on the lion's savior, Solis himself. But even with the variations of magic being thrown their way, the party was able to overcome and continue to inspect the body. Within the suit, they found scribblings of parchment, seemingly a diary of sorts of an information broker named Darius. It told a tale of a man enthralled by a miracle worker in the town of Trellis, soon becoming a follower and before becoming an acolyte. It also told of a sad story of a mind lost, obsessed with the silence, and the discovery of very unique weapons. Finally, it told the pre-eulogy of Darius, a man that followed the madness into the jungle, which eventually became his resting place. As the party made their way into the third and final room, they discovered the source of the green crystals, a massive talon embedded into the roof of a cavern. As the warriors chipped away, a small sample fell to the floor, and with little to no caution, Pavo picked up the piece of crystal. Just before the room went fully dark, and Pavo fell unconscious in front of his companions. And so, our story continues. Pavo, as your eyes readjust, you find yourself directly in front of the massive crystal talon. However, there seems to be some slight difference in this. For this time, it's moving in front of you at rapid speeds. You try to dodge out of the way, but as you push backwards, you now realize that there's no body in sight. Your consciousness simply floats in the air above. Surprisingly, as you look around, you find yourself directly above the clouds, high in the air, over top of what you would assume Qatar, although looking very differently from the way you know it now. As you continue to watch onward, the giant crystal dragon seems to swoop and swarm throughout the skies. And as it focuses down on a single point, a war is being waged. You see a large grouping of individuals that seem to be fighting against the crystal dragon. Many of them seem to be colorful Aarakocra, with a few other individuals sporadically placed in various areas. As you try and concentrate and focus on those individuals, you see some familiar faces. However, one individual you take note of more so than anyone else. A very large, colorful Aarakocra with silver wings attached to its back. The silvered-winged warrior lunges towards Thule, diving and weaving through Thule's attacks. As the Aarakocra gets within 30 feet of the dragon's chest, he flexes his wings, spreading them wide and thrusting them out forward. In unison, silver, feathery daggers begin to separate like thousands of tiny shards that crash directly into the chest of Thule, carving a massive hole directly in the center. The winged warrior now slams into Thule, gripping its talons into its crystal scales right before the hole itself. It plunges its fists into the dragon's chest as you see him struggling, his muscles flex, bulging all around it. You can practically see the muscles tearing underneath the skin as the massive veins swell with blood within the warrior. He pulls with all of his might before a massive flash of light explodes into the sky. Thule lets out a hideous roar before its body goes limp and begins to fall from the sky to the ground below. The winged warrior holds up what you now see as a huge flame in the palm of his hand and raises it to the sky in victory. The combatants cheer victoriously all around him. But suddenly the winged warrior grips his extended wrist and begins to cry out in pain. The flame begins to envelop the Aarakocra as he screams out, now burning in the fire. The rest watch in horror as they watch their ally singe. The flame finally overtaking the Aarakocra, and his silhouette vanishes from sight within the flickering. Out of the corner of your eye, you see extremely quick movement rushing towards the now floating flame in the sky. As you focus on the movement, you notice something small fall out the bottom of the flame. And as the blur of movement stops, you watch the object fall into the outstretched hands of an individual. He bears a very familiar robe, albeit slightly changed, like an older version you had seen in the temple long ago. At his waist, a long katana sword, much larger than you've ever witnessed. A few of the other fighters float down towards the monk, some of them you recognize. Shade the Gravedigger, Ashanti the Sculptress, Gallia the Wise, and more recently, Yagala the Caretaker. As you push your vision forward, you try and focus as much as you can on the far-off distance, pushing your will toward it, trying to make out what exactly they're looking at. Suddenly, the vision begins to fade in front of you. Pavo, go ahead and make a perception roll for me, please. And while he's doing that, ladies and gentlemen, the first roll of the evening is brought to us, none other by D.M. Shanks himself. Thank you so much for the subscription at Tier 1, my friend. You are the reason we keep the lights on around here.
That would be a 21.
21. Dirty 20?
I rolled an 11. I have a plus 10 to perception, so 21.
Okay, fair enough. As you continue to push the vision forward, it begins to spread and blur. However, as the combatants begin to move out of the way, you see a small circular object being held in the monk's hand. No more bigger than a football, but clearly something that looks like an egg. As the vision disappears in front of you, you open your eyes once more. Now in complete darkness once again, looking up, staring at the cavern above. Raising your head, you shake it a little bit before looking over to see all of your companions staring at you, with a little bit of concern on their face. What would you guys like to do?
He sat
Check his
up.
vitals.
Check my vitals.
Yeah.
So physically, though, I'm fine.
Actually, you take 11 points of psychic damage.
Points of psychic. Now that image of that monk, would I recognize him as the head monk master of the monastery?
You've seen statues of this individual throughout your temple.
So it's a statue now. Okay. But so the ones that I recognized were the champions that we've met before then.
Correct.
Okay. And the silvered wing Aarakocra, were his colors very similar to mine?
They were in the sense of most of the Aarakocra that you saw had the same colors. Not identical to yours in any way, but the same color scheme. A few slight variations here and there, some with a little bit more of a magenta that's kind of spread throughout their wings where yours are typically orange. The others having a little bit of cyan when your green typically is, but generally the same color schemas.
Alright. So then...
Oh, are you okay?
Holy shit, Pavo, what happened?
I'm not sure how to explain it. I just had a really vivid dream. I was watching a bunch of my kind fighting the crystal dragon.
Thule?
Yes.
Okay.
It was surreal. It felt like I was actually there, but I wasn't. I don't know how to explain it.
You didn't brown out, did you?
I don't understand.
Ollie, check his pants.
Does he
It's a
have
flap.
pants?
It would have came out anyway.
It's a flap.
Weird, I think there's actually a song written about that, but I just can't remember where it came from.
We've discussed this.
What else did you see? Oh.
Just
You disappeared.
like I said, it was a battle. Another one of my kind actually defeated the dragon, but then he burst into a flaming ball, and it seemed like my monastery was there as well too. So I don't understand the connection.
Like a phoenix? Like
No.
Sandborn?
No, not a phoenix.
Okay.
It was someone similar to my stature, but literally just burned up, not like a phoenix being reborn.
So this happened in the past, you think?
I would assume. Or it was
You
just
haven't
a
heard
vision.
you haven't heard any stories in your monastery about this?
Not of an Aarakocra. No, I didn't even know there was other of my kinds on this island until recently. Like I did see what appeared to be an egg in one of the ancient monastery members, but I don't know how that would relate to anything.
The egg?
Bird's egg?
I'm
Like
sorry?
the egg?
I don't know. Just an egg.
What do you mean the
How
egg?
long
Like
ago
the
would this
crystal
have
egg?
been?
Yeah, the one that we pulled out of the cavern.
Or maybe one of them laid an egg.
Yeah, do
Birds do that.
Aarakocras lay eggs or what?
Yes, we do.
Did we just okay, remember when Crystal Baby, when Muscle Sanchez Did we just make another mini tool and then he got stolen away? Is that what just happened?
I don't know if we can assume that those are connected. I mean, the location was different.
No,
Right.
I'm not saying.
The
I'm
mortal
not saying
champions
that.
were also there too, fighting alongside the Aarakocras. So it
Yeah.
was just
See. Go ahead.
that's all I can remember.
I don't know if they're connected because it sounds like it happened in the past. If anything, maybe that egg that Pavo saw is the same one that we pulled out of the cavern wall.
No,
No?
I would say that they're different.
it was not a crystal egg.
Okay.
Oh. Just a crystal dragon.
It's like the egg appeared to have come from the ashes of the fire of the Aarakocra that burned.
Okay. So
Maybe he
defeated.
was. Yeah, maybe he was quite literally reborn.
Was Thule a crystal dragon?
Yes,
But it was alive.
it was.
Yeah. Now it's not
The
anymore.
dragon was fighting. There was a
Right.
huge battle. You had the champions, the Aarakocra, and my monastery all there, and they defeated the dragon.
Whoa.
In doing so, the Aarakocra burst into flames, and what was left over was an egg in the hands of an old master at my monastery.
Maybe your monastery will be able to shine some light on this. Maybe they kept a couple secrets from you.
I'm sure. Being just so young, there's a lot that I don't know.
I think you know a lot, though, Pavo. I'm just saying you've learned a lot since we've gotten to know you.
Do you
I'm not
feel
sure.
any different?
I don't feel any different at all, no.
Why don't you
feel-
try swinging your spear around and see what
I was gonna
happens?
say.
Because Eli got his crazy viper eyes from that. So maybe, I don't know.
Or
Maybe
your
you'll
wings.
maybe you'll
Yeah.
maybe you'll light on fire, Pavo.
I am the
Maybe you'll be a
phoenix.
phoenix.
I don't feel hot, so
Well,
I have that
you
problem
haven't
too
done anything.
sometimes.
all right. I'll look at the nearest wall, and I'll launch the winged attacks towards the wall.
Okay. Go ahead and make a ranged attack for me, please.
22.
As you spread your wings wide, you focus your attention on a single point within the wall. As you let loose, flapping your wings downward, forward towards, you watch as two daggers fly out from the wings and chip off a piece of the wall as they fall, making a little bit of a clanking noise as they hit the ground. A slight echo kind of goes throughout the otherwise silent cavern.
Well, these appear to work the same as usual.
Yeah, but you used the spear to hit the crystal thingy. Try your spear. Show me your cool spear moves, Pavo.
Spear moves, spear moves.
I don't understand how that would accomplish anything, but all right, I'll just twirl the spear around in a little kung fu manner.
Yeah.
All right,
You can
spinning
fight
in.
me, Pavo.
Hmm?
You want to fight me?
Why would I fight you?
To test out your spear.
I have no desire to hurt you.
Well, don't you know some cool moves where you just like, and then you just sort of like stop really short or like give a little slap or something like that?
I'll hit you, Alara.
I don't think I
No.
advise people hitting each other.
I
Pavo
don't
and
know,
I are
I-
experimenting.
That is something I've never tried. When we spar, it's in full combat. That's the only way you really learn. You don't train your muscles to pull your punches.
Maybe
Fine.
it's something you can't control. Maybe it's like my thing.
I think just maybe we'll find more answers when we finally get to the monastery.
Where's that
Agree.
crystal that he?
Can we not collect the crystal?
It's on the ground.
It was in my hand and it's on the floor now. I should presume. I'm not going to touch it again.
Well, so here's the thing, everybody. I really want one of those crystals.
Yeah, maybe don't
So-
touch it with your hand though. Use your
Well,
mage
Got
hand.
some gloves.
I have a cool mage hand now, and
Yeah,
I
just
guess
put it on
I'll-
a stick or something.
I'll put it in my bag of holding, I guess. I'll put it in my bag of holding until I guess maybe I can attach it to my staff or something. Or maybe I can make a necklace out of it. That would be so cool. Yeah. Okay, and I will cast Mage Hand and I guess try and pick up the crystal that's left.
Okay. As the whimsical, strange, pinkish purple hand explodes from Alara, it goes to grapple down on the crystal, lifting it high into the air. Alara, as it moves closer towards you, go ahead and make an Arcana check for me. This roll, ladies and gentlemen, was brought to us none other by Fal. Fal, thank you so much for the 100 bits, my friend, and the sponsored ship of the rolls. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Val. Arcana. Ooh, 18.
18. As the crystal draws closer, you notice a slight difference than that of the giant stalactite of the crystal talon that hangs downward. It seems that the crystal itself is no longer aglow and swarming inside with the familiar smoky green effect that you're seeing in the talon.
Aw, man. The energy's gone from the crystal.
I apologize. I must have broken it.
We can still probably make a necklace out of it. It's gonna look good.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna function.
Yeah, it's still really pretty. I'm going to keep it and put it in my bag of holding.
Well, hold on, because don't all those
Oh.
what are they? The Dinomites? Don't they all have crystals? And they
Right.
still retain that glowy quality? So what's the
Mhm.
difference here? What's going on?
Maybe
Well,
Pavo
assuming you can
absorbed it.
still communicate with him, maybe ask him. Ask old
Or it's possible they didn't have a reaction. to it.
Oloft. Prozac.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe because Pavo had a champion's weapon, it reacted. Maybe if I just touch it with my bare hands, but then I won't be able to rip it off. So I'm not really sure. This is a total bummer because I wanted to be able to use their time magic. I don't
Maybe
know
it's
how
for the
to.
best.
There must be something
Hi.
we're missing.
Yeah, maybe it goes into something.
Well, there's
What?
still more crystal, isn't there? He just chipped off a bit of it.
Yeah, there's a ton more.
There's a
could try
giant
to-
talon hanging from the ceiling. Yes.
So-
I mean, I was only
Alara-
able to get a little piece, so.
Alara hasn't touched it yet. No one has touched it.
The only
my
one who's
mage
actually
hand is
laid
holding.
hands on it was Pavo.
Knocked me out.
Should I touch
I'm
it?
not touching it.
Maybe just smash a piece off and take it without touching it.
Yeah.
That's what I think that's
Till
what
you
Pavo
figure
tried
out
to do.
More.
Yeah.
He did smash
I'm
a
not-
piece off.
Oh, I thought
I'm
he
just gonna
grabbed it with
stand
his
by for
bare
medical
hand.
support.
He sure did.
I chipped a piece off. Once it fell, I grabbed that with my bare hand.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
piece,
See, he grabbed it, but Alara could grab it with her mage hand after she chips it off. Until we know
No.
more.
Be strong. Oh, after we chip it off. Yeah. I
Mhm.
don't think my mage hand is going to be strong enough to knock it off. I could throw a spell at it. Like I could do
Yeah.
like fire bolts and see if that works. And
Mm,
like
Crack a stick at it.
do
Yeah,
we
spell would probably work better.
do we want to try touching it?
I mean,
Well, what if
here's the
someone-
problem. If
What?
if I don't, then I leave and I don't have any of the time magic, which is what we came here for.
Well, why doesn't somebody else do it? And then if something bad happens, Alara, you can move back time just a slight bit, can't you? So then you can just prevent something bad from happening.
I'm not that talented yet. I mean, I can kind of do that, but I can also do that to myself. So
Oh,
I could
Assuming
do
you're
that to myself.
conscious to do that.
Well, yeah, it is a reaction out of game. Yeah. So yeah, it does. I'm sure there's some sort of reaction component to it. But yeah, if I go unconscious, Ollie, can you save me?
I Can certainly try.
Sound like someone. we know.
So reassuring. Okay, that sounds good to me. Okay, I guess everybody should stand back a little bit, and I'll just throw a firebolt at it.
I thought you were touching it. Oh, okay.
We're gonna try. I'm gonna.
She's got to break it off
Eli.
first.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and break
sorry.
it first.
No, I thought you meant the one that already is broken off.
Oh, there's nothing left in it. There's no energy. So I'm gonna keep it and make really pretty jewelry out of it. But other than that, I feel like that's all I'm gonna be able to do with it.
If you don't mind, I know I don't normally ask for things, but could you make me a necklace out of it? Since it did have a reaction with me.
Oh, I would love to. That sounds amazing. I will try my best. Oh, I'm gonna make it so cool. Is there any like design that you'd like?
We can talk fashion later.
A string that holds it?
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that.
While everybody is talking about this, I'm just going to touch the crystal that comes from the
Shade!
ceiling.
Oh my god.
It's taking so long.
So set on dying. So set on it.
Yeah.
Oh my
We all
god.
are secretly, you know. Just kidding.
He's called Shade.
Trix, as Alara and Pavo continue to have this conversation, out of the corner of your eye, you see Shade slightly smirking. As he walks over, he holds his hand out to touch the crystal, and the utter sense of chaos that you know is about to ensue fills you with a warmth and comfort. You, my friend, have been inspired.
Yes.
Shade, as you reach your hand out to touch the crystal, the rest of you suddenly hear a howl burst from Shade, twisting back and looking towards him. You now see beams of light shooting out both of his eyes and his mouth as he continues to scream, reverberation as if there's some type of oscillation happening within his voice. As he continues to scream onward, you hear him begin to speak in a voice not his own. Where is my flame?
Ooh.
At that, Shade is thrown backwards to the other side of the cavern. Shade, you take 60 points of psychic damage.
60?
I'm gonna rush to his aid.
Is he dead again?
Yeah, I'm at minus 37.
Oh my god, Ollie! Go get him!
I'm rushing to his aid. I can't rush any faster.
I'm sorry, I'm stressed.
Wow.
Guys, is it bad that I'm so used to this guy dying that I'm barely bothered?
Oh my god, they killed Shade.
You bastards!
Right?
You bastards. I'm gonna give him a little 3rd level cure wounds.
As you rub your hands together for a moment, concentrating on the holy symbol that's wrapped around your neck, your hands begin to glow a golden ember as you place your hands over top of Shade. You watch as the golden embers transfer into his body. Go ahead and roll for some healing for your dear companion.
He gets 22.
22, and fantastic, because that roll, my friends, was brought to us none other than Across the Streams. Thank you so much for sponsoring that roll, my friend.
Rasta saved his life, I think. Shade, how are you feeling? Are you okay?
Yeah, what am I doing here?
Well,
was
you recklessly
there.
touched the crystal on the ceiling, and then it looked like your eyes were blowing up. You yelled for your flame, which is confusing, and you ended up on the ground, many feet away.
The dragon spoke through him. The dragon wants the flame.
Maybe we should learn from our mistakes now and leave this alone.
Or we could get or I could use firebolt and give him the flame that he wants.
I don't think.
Alara?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No?
I look around to the rest of the group before continuing. I think you're beginning to scare us a bit.
Who, me?
Yeah. Yes, you.
Why me?
Keeper of all time. Time belongs to you. Yes, you.
Not yet. Soon. I'll figure it
Right.
out.
See that right there? That's see how that might come off a little, you know.
Solis-y?
Yeah, for lack of a better word.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you want Solis to control time or do you want me to?
How about
I prefer neither.
Well,
if you
neither.
did.
But
I don't
nobody?
think that's possible.
time?
Yes, it
needs
is.
to- Nobody should control time. Time should just be on it, left alone.
I already control time though.
It's one thing if you want to stop a moment for, whatever reason.
Right? That was nice.
But this whole, after seeing those two get turned into babies and everything else that's been going on, it makes me nervous that you are unfazed by all of that. That it doesn't give you any pause whatsoever.
So everyone will listen to Lucy, but you won't listen to me.
Hey, listen, Eli.
Calm down, Eli.
For the record, I think the most reckless thing is to have power and not recognize that you have it. And for instance, you have powerful daggers and you use them to murder people who you have the power to not murder. On the other hand, I won't be murdering anybody. I know that I'm a nice person, and my control of magic is no different than, at least I'm going to control it. Lucy, coming from you, somebody who can't even control his own magic.
Ooh, this is getting good. I'm pulling
Laura,
out
you
snacks.
can't even control like a curtsy. How do you expect me to believe that you can control the flow of time?
Everyone that we've come up against has warned you about time magic. And I think it's incredibly arrogant for you to discount those warnings of people who have far more experience than you in any field of magic.
I heard them.
What, they didn't register, or?
I heard them, but I still want to figure out time magic. I'm still going to pursue it. So far, nothing bad has happened to me. Nothing bad has happened to my friends. In fact, I plan on using time magic to help my friends and people that I love.
I know you're well-intentioned, but I feel like it's more complicated than you think. And I just don't want you or us to learn that the hard way.
I don't either. That's why I'm learning.
Look, bad things are gonna happen either way. That's just
Yeah,
life.
that's true,
So what's
but-
the difference if Alara learns some new stuff about time?
Yeah,
Learning is
thanks,
not the
Trix.
issue. That's not the issue.
That's what's happening right now.
Experiments, whatever.
It's
you
the
don't know the
recklessness
trajectory
of not-
time anyway. So
It's the
recklessness-
recklessness of not foreseeing what could possibly go wrong first. You're not
Really?
You're not considering the consequences first.
but maybe her
Really?
consequences are good.
I'm sorry. Did you just blow up after touching a crystal? And Shade almost just fucking died after touching a crystal.
And
That's
that
the
has
point.
not
sorry?
That's the
deterred-
point I'm
and
making.
that has not deterred you from wanting to experiment more with the crystal.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that be a warning?
Sounds like the dragon's just trying to reignite an old flame.
I mean, I'm just talking about all the possibilities here. Those people that we met, they have those crystals somehow. They have the crystal that is in front of us somehow. So I'm not being reckless. I'm having a conversation with you all because you requested that of me from the very beginning, from when we were journeying together, because you were all like, Alara, don't do things without asking us. So here I am talking about it. So I'm just being honest with you with what I want to do. And what I want to do is harness the power of these crystals so we can stop Solis from destroying the universe. So if that is a problem, we're going to have a problem.
I get
don't think
that you
that's
want to
the
get
problem.
stronger to help, but this to me seems like a shortcut. I mean, if those little creepy little dinosaur men can control this stuff, that's a shortcut. And I'm worried that with shortcuts come oversights. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Well, I think who mentioned talking to Prozac again? Was it Alara?
That was me. The voice of reason. Yes, that's me.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, right.
This is what it's come to, people.
Okay.
So sad.
Okay, fine.
Maybe take
yeah.
a crystal with you. Sure.
Oh, I'm taking the
But
doll crystal.
Don't mess with it yet.
Okay.
That's all I'm asking.
Okay, fine.
So
Only because you asked.
now that are we gonna go back to the Dinomites?
We have to go through there anyway. Got to get back to the main road.
But we can't talk to them anymore. No,
We
well,
don't know
Alara
that.
can't. Yeah, we do. She doesn't speak the language. None of us speak the language. And the potion
Oh.
wore
Potion's
off.
effects might still be working.
Yeah, I think it was 4 days.
Oh, it
to
was
be honest.
days.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I don't know. I just try and speak. Does it work?
Well, there's somebody up.
Well, you guys would hear me speaking in a different language, so you could tell me if it's. Hey guys, am I speaking in a different language? DM.
Alara begins to speak perfect common.
Fuck. Did I do it?
No.
Understood every word
I
you said.
understood you. Yeah.
Damn.
So we gotta sneak out?
Sneak?
Well,
Oh, right. I mean, we could just wave. Also, they think that Lucy doesn't really, or their god doesn't really talk. So we could just, you know, a worst case scenario, we do our teleport thing, where we get out. We had a plan, right?
Just
well, that
follow
plan's
Lucy
kind
out,
I
of
can
do some
fallen
go-
apart.
waves.
Why is it falling apart?
Well, as soon as Eli here summoned his dagger back, we lost one of the
Alright.
abilities to get out of here, which would leave
Right.
someone behind, or 2 people behind, actually.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we can't have that. So then we just need to be really nice.
I'm sure this will go well.
Well, it also depends on how far we're gonna go.
I think we just want to leave. That's the goal. But we're
Back to the
scared that they're
road.
gonna find out that we lied, and then they'll be mad and turn us into babies, which would be extremely problematic. Wouldn't it be great if I knew how to turn us out of babies? That would be great.
Don't.
Yeah, you
Can
know
I
what you
be
could use
even
for
turned
that?
into a baby?
Time magic.
Thank you, Trix. I'm so happy that there's someone here on my side. That's so nice.
Well, let's get this over with.
Yep.
Well, they
Let's
do
go.
think that Lucy is like a god, right?
Yeah.
I'll try to use that to our advantage on our way out.
Yeah, I think
So
we're gonna have to lead
Maybe
with you.
silence will be golden because you can just act like you're telling us not to talk.
Yeah.
Could we
Maybe
lift
that'll
it
work.
above our heads?
Oh.
Maybe someone
could-
should carry me. It's
Hmm.
true.
Mhm.
Maybe if you get on my shoulders, they'll see that we're raising you up as our god as well.
Sure. Yeah, we could totally, put
See,
our
we have
hands
a
up, too.
volunteer. Yeah. All right. I will
Sure, get
crawl
on
up
my
onto all his shoulders
Wow.
like a king.
While you're still in the cavern,
We still have to
I was gonna
exit.
say, man,
Yeah,
it's a little
we have-
early.
Yeah,
We're still by the crystals.
while I'm still in the
All right,
cavern.
fair enough,
Is it
fair
high
enough.
enough that I'm not gonna like bonk my head on something?
yeah, fair. The cavern is pretty high. As you all begin to make your way out of the lower confines, taking the stairwell back up, while the caverns seem to be just enough height, the stairwell is nowhere near that. As Ollie continues to truck forward, Lucy smashes his head directly on the upper beam of the archway.
Specifically asked if that was gonna be an issue.
You said within the cavern, my friend. Just for that nonsense,
Semantics.
you can go ahead and take 2 points of bludgeoning damage on me.
Sure.
Eli will laugh hysterically.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. I'm sorry.
I'll help him up.
Fine. It's fine.
As
I'll just
the
kinda, like grab him and put his legs around my waist and then carry him like a backpack.
Back in now. I'll take it.
the sudden hit to the face seemed to have bumped your nose, just in the right manner,
Shit.
as suddenly you feel a sneeze coming on.
You speak perfect Dinomite.
Oh, that'd be nice.
This special D100 roll is brought to us once again by Cross the Streams for 200 bits. Thank you so much for the 200 bits, Cross.
15.
15.
I'll roll my D20. And I'm going to roll on the other table.
And this other roll is brought to us none other than Maritime Gamers TV. Thank you so much for the 96 bits. Butts to all, my friends.
Hashtag put.
Hashtag put.
Right. So it's either going to be a 80 or a 90.
Both good rolls.
Okay. Lucy's markings will glow for a moment and then fade. That is all I will say.
Okay. As you all make your way to the top of the stairwell, Lucy kind of rubbing his head where he had hit it a few moments ago. Suddenly from behind, you begin to hear strange noises echoing up the stairwell toward you. And as it gets closer, it suddenly changes to
oh no, the kittens!
as a small troop of kittens eight little kittens
2.0. 8?
begin to begin to make their way up the staircase. Their cute, adorable little paws trying to catch up on top of the stairwell as they pull themselves upward, barely able to walk properly as they wobble over towards Lucy as they all begin to scratch at his leg, clearly hungry.
Scratching at Ollie's leg since I'm on his back, but yeah.
Right.
Everyone just hears the sound of nails on a chalkboard.
Well,
Actually,
maybe
that's a
the
good call.
Dinomite-
Everybody go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh gosh.
7.
All of these
Whoa.
rolls, in fact, brought to you by the wonderful G-Force powers. Thank you so much for the Constitution save, my friend.
12.
21.
10.
Trix, what did you get?
14.
14. While the sound of the nails scraping at the metal exterior of Ollie is very aggravating, doesn't seem to be too much of an issue for you as you're able to brush off any kind of ear hurt damage.
The worst kind.
Can I try to pick up a kitten?
I want one too.
If
Wouldn't
you
do
say
that.
that out loud, I'll hand one to you.
I wouldn't do
Yeah.
that.
I'll try to pick
They-
up 2 of them and hand one
they
to
explode.
Alara.
TPK the party by way of kitten.
Exploding kitten.
Hold
I
on.
wonder if the Dinomites will think of these
Oh,
as
you guys are lucky.
offerings.
Lucy, do you want them
Bravo.
to play with the kittens as well?
Just thinking.
Just ignore them.
As Eli picks up 2 of the kittens, he cradles one of them while holding another one out to Alara. Its eyes, the pupils seem so large as it looks back to you with a little bit of fear on its face.
Lucy, this is precious.
That one's
As
name
long-
is Chonkers.
This one's name.
Peanut.
Peanut. Hi. Nice to meet you, Peanut.
Peanut immediately curls up within your arms and begins to purr loudly.
Oh.
I made it canon that it summons the same kittens now.
All right. Well, you're the one remembering the names, my friend.
Just gotta remember 2 so far.
Chonkers.
Peanut, you're my favorite.
As the meows continue to get a little bit louder, but now a little bit more playful as you interact with the kittens. Eli, being a lover of animals, the sound of happy kittens is music to your ears. You, my friend, have earned bardic inspiration.
Ooh.
Inspiration of the bardic variety.
The best of kinds. What would y'all like to do?
Oh, we're still trucking.
Yeah, I think we're working towards leaving. That's the goal. So
Just
I
have
guess back to
just
the
have kittens
sundial.
with us. That's the only difference now.
yeah.
Hopefully that doesn't affect too much.
As you continue to make your way outside of the hut, Shade's still feeling a little off from the blast. Something resonating inside of you, throwing you off mark just a little bit. You, my friend, are some kind of awkward.
No.
Ooh.
Oh.
Meaning the next performance roll that you make is an automatic fail.
Don't
And
curtsy.
also we know how many of those Shade makes, so.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Like, oh god. All right.
So, are you all just leaving the other 6 kittens behind?
Oh my gosh,
Well,
no,
I
aren't
assume
they
they're
coming with
following in
us?
tow, right? Or are they too
Yeah.
slow?
Aren't
It's
they
upstairs.
following us?
I would assume they're following.
Lucy, high or low for your benefit?
Low.
Oh, good call. Surprisingly enough, as you all begin to leave, almost in a perfect unison formed line, they line up directly by, I guess, Ollie at this point, following very closely on his heels. They once again kind of wiggle back and forth. You do have to move a little bit slower to the kittens to be able to keep pace with you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make that sacrifice.
Are we back in the room? With the sundial?
Yeah, at this point, I would have assumed that you guys have already left the cabin, unless there's another room that you'd want to go.
Oh, we
look
have to
at.
turn the thing.
I thought,
Don't we have
yeah.
to turn it back to 1?
Sure.
before
Is
we
there
leave?
another room?
Fast
No.
enough.
Yep.
Turning the dial to the point of 1, you feel a little bit of rumbling before the door opens up from behind you, leading to the exit. Walking out onto the terrace, you lean down or walk down the creaky steps once more as they kind of bend underneath some of your weight. As you continue onward into the jungle.
Okay, guys. Lucy, do you want to, I guess, have
Say
Lucy
nothing?
going first?
Absolutely.
I'll hoist them
I
back
will-
over my.
Yeah,
on
I'll
my
hike
shoulders.
back all the way up on his shoulders now. And
Fair enough.
lead the group.
Okay. Holding on to Ollie's head and trying to kind of steer him along, almost like you're back in your college days at a Dave Matthews Band festival. You continue onward, taking a little extra time than it typically would, realizing last time it only took about 20 minutes to head out to the lodging proper. This time it takes you almost closer to an hour to make it back to the area that you remember the camp to be at. As you approach, strangely enough, there doesn't seem to be any movement. The guards that you once saw standing on the outer edge leading into the camp don't seem to be there.
No one's there at all?
From what you
Looking
can see, you
around.
don't see any movement of any kind from where you're standing.
Oh,
You're
my
still
spam as well.
probably about 75 to 100 yards away from the camp, the area to which you were gathered in when you first arrived.
Does everything look the same time-wise? Like, does anything look like it's really old or maybe brighter, or anything look different?
Go ahead and make a history check for me.
Oh, it definitely has. God damn it.
Oh, I rolled well. Ooh. 17 plus 7 is 24.
Good math. Good mathing.
Woo!
Well done, Laura. As you look around, trying to recall from memory what you had seen originally, where it's very difficult for you, considering it is just a wild jungle all around. There doesn't seem to be any difference from what you can gather.
Guys, so I think that we're okay timeline-wise. I think we're in the right timeline, which is good. I don't know where everyone is, though.
So why did it take...
hiding,
in the right timeline and the right time.
Sorry?
Right. Sorry.
What were you saying? I didn't hear what you said.
You said the right timeline or the right time?
Yeah, it's two different things.
I mean, both. I think it could be a parallel timeline that we're in, but we're in the right time because everything looks the same. I think that's my best guess.
Or did it just
Lucy
take
rolls
us
his
longer
eyes.
because of these cats are so slow, or do you think something moved?
No, because remember we were playing with the dial?
Yeah.
It seemed like time was moving. So, I mean, I was slightly concerned that we might have been fucking with time, and that when we got out, it might have been screwed up. But it looks okay. We might be in a parallel timeline, I guess, but we could always end up being in a parallel timeline if that's the case. So I think we should go just try and leave, because either way, if we're in a parallel timeline or the correct timeline, we need to leave, right?
I think we should stay hidden.
Okay.
Well, Lucy should be able to tell us if there's any danger nearby from that height point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, how's the brush?
I feel like we
The canopy is
better...
very thick from where you are right now.
I feel like we have a better chance of remaining hidden if Lucy goes back on the ground.
Is there a viable way out hiding the whole way though? Because we came through a pretty open area.
What if we just trek through the jungle parallel to the path?
We are in their territory, so
yeah.
If we just move slowly and just keep an eye out while we move, we should be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Wait, let me get this straight. You guys are okay with just trekking openly through their territory, even though we've already confirmed that they worship Solis?
And Lucy.
We're okay with being caught by them? Okay.
No,
right.
we don't want to be caught.
Okay.
But we still need to get back on the track and the path that we were on before, and unfortunately, that leads us right through their territory.
Okay.
I lean down into Ollie's ear and I say, repeat after me. Whisper.
Repeat after me.
It'd be more suspicious if we acted like we were hiding.
Lucy says it'd be more suspicious if we acted like we're hiding.
I tap him on the head.
I tap him on the head.
Yeah, actually, I can get on board with that.
That's true. Because we did come in all bold.
Yep.
So, yeah.
All right.
Let's continue bold, exit.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, Lucy,
keeping an eye out.
As Lucy sits atop of Ollie's shoulders, as you all seem to be listening towards him, he gets a little bit of a reminder of being up on stage oh so long ago. Well, he deserves advantage for the way he's feeling right now. But also, Lucy, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and make a perception check for me with advantage.
I'd love to. It's a good thing it was at advantage. 15.
15, as you kind of perk up, your eyes closed, head pushed back a little bit, enjoying the little bit of a ride that you're taking on the back of Ollie, opening your eyes once more. Just out of the corner of your sight, you see what looks like a body laying on the ground. You see small claws that make up their feet. You would recognize the small body as one of the Dinomites.
I tap Ollie on the forehead. Hold up.
Hold up.
What's up, Ollie?
Lucy said, hold up, and I'm repeating.
There's a body ahead of one of the Dinomites. I think something went wrong.
There's a body ahead. It's one of the Dinomites.
What?
How far ahead of us?
I would guess amount of space between us and the body.
Lucy doesn't know.
Roughly based on what you would see, it's very close to where the center point of the camp would have been. Just a little off from there. From your distance, it's probably about 30 yards. It's difficult to see as there seems to be a little bit of a mist that hangs over top of the air.
I start looking around for more bodies.
Yeah, I'll move forward to the body and try to inspect it to see if it's been a long time since they died, or is this fresh?
As you all kind of loosen up a little bit from your stealthy standpoint, you begin to search around the camp area, now finding many, many more bodies strewn across the ground. While there doesn't seem to be puncture wounds or slashes of any kind, there is one commonality between all of the bodies that you find. All of their eyes and tongues have been burnt out. A little bit of green singeing around each one of the rims of their now blank and empty sockets. A little bit of green singeing around the mouth area as well.
Do they have their crystals?
From what you can see, a number of the crystals are now shattered.
Oh no.
Maybe I shouldn't have touched it.
Yeah, this is pretty disturbing. I wonder what could have been done here. Or who
Did we do this?
Did I do this?
It looks like genocide.
If the same thing happened to me, I should beam through my eyes and my mouth. And they did the same thing and died.
That's what I'm saying. Did we do this when that dragon thing or whatever spoke through you?
Yup. That's what it seems like.
Oh my gosh.
We don't know.
Wait, how
so
could
then
that
what else?
possibly be related?
Yeah, what else happened then, Eli?
Oh, I don't know.
What else happened?
Literally anything could have happened. We weren't here.
I start counting the bodies and writing them down.
Solis
What?
Solis could have come back and punished them or something. We don't know.
In the exact same way that Shade just got slammed against the cavern when we were down there.
Does Shade have any green singeing on him?
No, but it came out of his eyes and his mouth.
Well, if he's injured the same way, I just want to take a look at Shade's face to see if he has any.
But then why wouldn't his eyes and tongues be missing?
Maybe because Shade
he
survived.
Can I inspect to see maybe if they've died more recently, in the past few minutes, or if it's been days or hours?
Absolutely. Go ahead and make a medicine check for me. This roll brought to you by none other than G-Force Powers with the gifted sub to our new friend, Guan Firebrand. Welcome to the Trippers, my friend. Hopefully you enjoy your stay.
Can I use my inspiration?
You absolutely can.
Okay, cool. All right, 17.
17. As you look at the bodies, examining them closely with what you know of the healing properties and the magistry you hold over anatomy of certain types, it is difficult as you're unaware, and this is the first time you seeing the Dinomites itself. However, based on your assumptions, It's been roughly about 9 days since they died.
Guys, they didn't die recently. This has been, I would guess, about 9 days, like just over a week that they died.
But we haven't been here 9 days.
Well,
who knows how long we've
And
been
now,
here?
yeah.
we haven't lived for 9 days, but time might have progressed without us.
Yeah. And 9 days might be just us coming out from this cave and using the dive to get out.
Right. Also, what are you writing down, Shade?
I'm just counting the bodies. I count this as a win. I killed them all.
You want to celebrate in a performance style?
Does it look like Sazerac? No, that's not his name. Prozac is
You're great with this
among
name,
the
Lucy.
bodies.
You keep nailing it all the entire episode so far. From what you can see, you can't find the leader Prozac anywhere.
At this point, I get down off Ollie and I relay that to the group that I'm not seeing Prozac anywhere.
Okay. Shade, I don't think it's a good thing that we killed these Dinomites.
We're still
Right,
not
you
100%
see that that's-
sure that this was us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also don't think it
well-
matters either way, but I am.
What is wrong with all of you? There is a bunch of dead bodies in front of us, and all of you don't care. Shade is happy. I don't understand. You're concerned about me, and you don't give one shit about all these dead souls in front of us. This is craziness.
They were worshiping Solis.
My main concern
how do
is
they
what
even know?
I'm more concerned about what could possibly have happened. I don't think that this could have been us. It could have been something that we still have to be worried about out here.
I also
So
find it
I'm more
strange
worried
that
about what
their leader
possibly
isn't
could be
here.
out here with us.
Yeah.
It might have been us, because who knows how far ahead in time we were when the thing happened in the cavern, because we had to turn
Yeah.
the dial back to get back out here.
It's totally me. I'm telling you, it's totally me. And I still count.
Shade, why do you care so much about killing a bunch of bodies, a bunch of people?
That's what I do.
He's got his thing. It's all right.
That's what I do.
Listen.
I kill people.
So we
really?
have a
It's all right? Lucy, you're scared? Okay, I'm
I
sorry.
think we
You
have
just had a
bigger
whole...
things
What?
going on right now. We can
Okay.
talk about Shade and his psychopathic tendencies later. But right
Okay.
now we need to make a decision.
Okay.
Do
You're
we?
saying the dude was eating
continue
worms the
forward?
other day.
I'm aware.
It
Do
was
we
today.
continue forward
Today.
back to the path, or should we investigate further and maybe look at some of these ziggurats and stuff and all these buildings around here?
Well, I don't think we should just leave the bodies around like they are. I think we should at least either bury them or
Burn
burn
'em?
them so that there's not just laying around.
Yeah.
They do have a huge pyre ready for us.
Yeah, give the dragon a big fire. He'd be happy.
If we're burning them, we got to move right away. We can't just start burning bodies in the forest and drawing attention to ourselves. It's going to stink. It's going to create smoke. It's not a good idea.
Pavo,
True.
in your weird dream thing, how did that Rakakra catch fire? Did he just spontaneously combust or what?
No, he pulled out a flame out of the chest of the dragon, and that basically caught him on fire.
He pulled a flame out of the chest of the dragon? Like
As
a
like
flaming
a heartburn?
arrow?
Like a heart, almost.
Oh.
Well, that explains what
What he
Shade
needs.
yelled earlier,
Yeah.
but I don't think it necessarily is attached to what's happened here.
Maybe the Dinomites stole it.
So, all in favor of investigating further after before we burn the bodies, rather.
Well, you can start investigating. I'm going to just start dragging bodies and piling them.
Okay, so
Pretty sure it must have
split
been what
contributions.
Shade did. Whatever Shade did, I feel like that is what blew up the dynamite.
I agree. I feel like it
Me
would be
too.
completely. Oh my gosh, Ollie. It'd be, Jesus. It would be completely coincidental that this happened here, and also the same thing sort of happened to Shade in the. I was gonna say the same time period, but you know, timey-wimey. So,
Right.
okay,
Great.
I'm
So
going to
are
take
we-
a second to look at my hourglass one more time. Now that we're outside of the hut and everything,
Okay,
is there
fair
any
enough.
change in it?
First and foremost, Shade, you count about 50 individual kills for yourself. So go ahead and if you carve that on your wood arm or whatever you do, you goddamn psychopath, you can just do whatever it is that you do. And everybody wonders why I kill Shade or Swiss Dave as many as I do, because this is what we deal with, my friends. I'm just kidding.
The shitty note.
Also, just in reference, had I known that Shade was going to touch it, I totally would have titled this the episode "Boom Goes the Dynamites."
Oh.
That would have been good.
I wish.
Stop.
You can mark it out in the YouTube one.
Yeah, we'll change it up. So, with that said, as you stare down at the necklace hanging from your neck, Lucy, no matter which way you turn it, the sand continues to stream upward, as almost if to defy fate itself.
All right. I'll look a little uneasy, but I'll continue onward. So those of you who are more built, Ollie, Pavo, Shade, maybe you get to stacking the bodies on that pyre over there while the rest of us take a look around.
Don't look that heavy.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I slipped a disc.
Doctor says I have to have a backiotomy.
Okay, Lucy, I'll help you. I'll help you look around.
I'll start rounding up the bodies.
Okay. So Ollie's rounding up bodies. Who else is rounding up bodies?
I
I'm
will
rounding up.
round up bodies and see if maybe they got a couple coins in their pocket while I do
She's
that.
looting.
Fair
She's
enough.
looting.
All right, so
She
let's just go ahead and commit genocide and then go ahead and just rob the bodies.
Yeah.
Great. I'm
we
so
did
glad
kill
for
And
my
Alara's
party.
the concern. Let's talk about
You are
it.
the concern.
Listen,
We would
I
have
am
been in there
not.
if it wasn't for you.
I'm
Well,
not
I
pointing
mean, just
concerns at
imagine-
a single person anymore. That's we're way past that point.
Just
All
imagine if
I'm
you
doing
touched
over
the
here is
crystals
summoning
too.
kittens and having a good time. You guys are over
Oh
here
yeah, the
killing shit.
kittens!
Yeah,
What do
they're
the
still here.
kittens think of
Still
this?
around.
Oh, the
What are the
kittens
kittens?
are clearly just having a good time now that you've stopped. They seem to be kind of rolling over on each other, doing a little bit of pouncing. So while you are surrounded by all this death and destruction and chaos that you may or may not have caused, you do take a moment to pause to look at the kittens and give a little bit of an aw.
All right, so I will start walking towards the largest building, like whatever, if there is a central looking building, I am going towards that.
There is
I'm gonna
a
stay-
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna be like annoyingly close to Lucy the whole time, like not splitting up and helping. I'm just gonna stay right over her shoulder.
Perfect.
Okay, fair enough. As you approach, there is a building that seems larger than any of the rest. It looks to be a well-built teepee of kinds with what looks to be some tanned leather that's wrapped around it. As you make your way to the entrance, just a few feet before entering the structure, you hear a bit of a gurgle before coughing coming from inside.
All right, I will look over at Alara.
Okay.
Wait here.
What? No.
And when he says that, Lucy's tattoos will glow again, and he is invisible. And I walk into the teepee. I can't
Oh
be
my
heard or seen.
Okay. Walking into the teepee, it looks in relatively well-kept order. A few spices and spell components, similar to what you've seen Alara use in the past. And on the other side, a bit of a cot, with what you now see as Prozac laying in the bed, coughing, gurgling up blood, his eyes and his tongue clearly burnt out of his head.
So inner monologue here. Not a threat, but also can't communicate to me in any way. God. I
don't know that. Sorry, I'm not there.
No, you're not.
I'll stop.
Yeah, you keep your mouth shut. I'm just kidding.
Keep your goddamn mouth shut, Eli.
All right. Does he have the crystal staff on him? Or is that one also broken? Or just not there at all?
Looking down just to his side, you do see the crystal staff seemingly still intact.
All right. This is gonna be, oh, okay. People are gonna feel a certain way about this. So Lucy, seeing him clearly suffering, is going to, still invisible, just reach his hand out and put it on his forehead. And a green dagger will come out from his hand. Made of like, green, shady, purple or greenish energy stuff. And he's going to slit his throat. Put him out of his misery.
As you put your hand over top of Prozac, he instinctively kind of pushes up. You can see the amount of pain and discomfort that he's in. And for the first time, summoning this green blade in your hand, whether it be a mercy killing or not, Lucy learns what it is to murder an individual, to take the life of someone, no longer running away, but making the difficult choices.
Welcome to the murder club.
He'll wipe a single tear from his cheek and pick up the staff and exit the teepee.
It's been a slice.
He'll then so messed up.
Concerned about this group.
Oh boy.
Wow.
He'll then reappear in front of Alara.
Oh,
and
thank God.
Hand her the staff.
Oh.
There may be some notes worth checking out in there, and he'll walk away.
What? Where are you going?
Doesn't respond.
As Lucy continues on towards the center pyre, now seeing all of the individuals gathering the bodies on top of it, Shade, as you continue to gather some of these bodies, a little bit of a smirk on your face, more of just pride than anything else. Go ahead and roll a D100 for me, please.
Oh, God. 75.
All right. As you look through the bodies, you find a very strange square black stone on one of the bodies. You've seen this before, just not of this variety, as there seems to be flecks of a pearlescent glow that almost makes it look like a solid brick of oil itself. You'd recognize this as a waystone, or a stone to which you can sharpen your weapons with.
Oh. Cool. I'll take it.
You have gotten the expressive waystone, so if you ever choose to use it, let me know.
I would just, you don't have to do this next, but I just want to note that I would go into the tent to look around for notes, like Lucy said.
Okay. As you walk into the teepee, you see what Lucy was forced to do moments ago and have a little bit more of an understanding of why he left you the way that he did. Looking around, you do see a number of spell components. No parchments per se. Go ahead and make make an Arcana check for me.
$23.
23. As you sort through some of these items, a few of them you recognize relatively easily as they are components needed within some of your time magic spells. There are a few, 3 to be exact, that you're not sure what they're for.
Great, I'll take them. I'll put them in. I'll take everything that I need, plus those 3 that I don't know what they are.
Okay.
Are the things that I don't know what they are they like in jars, or are they like open components?
From what you can see, there's a few piles of bones, very small in nature, as well as a set of small teeth that sit beside them.
Okay. Is there anything I can like wrap it in, keep it preserved or whatnot?
Looking at them, they look to be dried and almost bleached at this point in time. It doesn't seem like they need to necessarily be preserved.
Okay. I will just put them into my bag holding then, or my components pouch in my bag of holding.
Okay.
Anything else in the room other than the sad tail in the corner?
You see hanging up what look to be a few large leaves of kinds from ferns. As well, there seems to be a few pieces of blanketing that are around as well. Not really anything that seems useful in the context of chronomancy.
Okay. I'll head back out towards Lucy and the group.
Alara, as you make your way out of the teepee, you find just the last few bodies now being added to the funeral pyre as you and your companions begin to congregate over top. What would you guys like to do?
What time is it?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
DM. What time is it?
Trying to regain your composure and utilize your ability to focus on the time. It's difficult to make out as the canopy is oh so thick where you are right now. However, based on what you would believe, it is now most likely evening.
I don't think that we should start a fire right now. I think we should make camp. Then first light, we can start the fire and head out into the jungle when it's safer.
I think
Sure,
you're
the
right,
scent
Eli.
of you sure the scent of 50 corpses piled might not attract predators in the night?
50 corpses built on the wall, 50 corpses.
Hey, I think I
Between
have a
that
cool
not
new spell
knowing.
for that. Hold on a second here.
Well, you got a de-stink spell? I don't remember homebrewing that one.
No, but I have this cool new spell that I actually prepared for once, and it's called Private Sanctum.
Ooh.
And we could how big is it? 120 feet. Sound can't pass through. Hold on. You make an area within range magically secure. The area is a cube that can be as small as 5 feet to as large as 100 feet. The spell lasts for a duration. When you cast the spell, you decide what sort of security the spell provides, choosing any or all of the following properties. Sound can't pass. The barrier of the warded area appears dark and foggy, preventing vision. Sensors created by divination spells can't appear. Creatures in the area can't be targeted. Nothing can teleport in or out. and planar travel is blocked within the warded area. So I could make it look really dark, so maybe they might smell it, but they won't see us.
Can we see and hear the outside? Because we need to be able to do that.
I assume she's putting the corpses in the cube, not us.
Oh.
I mean, we could go in the cube too, but it doesn't say if you can see out, actually. I'm not sure.
Can you light them on fire in the cube?
I don't think we should light fires at night.
But if it's in the cube...
Does it go completely dark? What about the smoke? The smoke is going to go out of the cube.
That's true. This, yeah. Well, why don't we could just put them in the cube. How about that? And then we go to sleep and it's all good.
Okay.
In the morning, we light the fire in the morning and then we head out when it's safer.
Okay.
All right.
Then it lasts 24 hours, but I'll just drop the spell then, I guess. Okay.
Right.
So I will cast Private Sanctum, cube around the bodies.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone would like to do for the rest of the night?
I'm going to sharpen my blades with my new stone.
Fantastic.
Of course.
Fantastic. As Shade, as you begin to sharpen, you hear a very interesting noise as it scrapes along the waystone. Almost as if the sound is that of I guess the best way to describe it is like the sword swinging in a kung fu movie. As you finish sharpening your blade, you kind of flick them around, testing them, waving them in the air. As you do, each one of your blade actually makes the noise. Swoosh, swing, shring, shroom, shring, shroom, shring, shroom.
I have this big smile on my face and I'll just swing my blades for like 15 minutes.
Absolutely. As Shade off in the distance a little bit, probably about 10 yards away, kind of practices his fighting skills. You hear these strange sounds coming from all around.
Eli's gonna look at Pavo and be like, we need a go word for this guy if he becomes a problem. Look at him. He's nuts. He's eating worms. He's counting genocide bodies.
Was he eating the worms because he likes to eat worms or because he wanted to kill something with his mouth?
I have no idea.
We don't know.
But he also runs around naked. I don't know. I just feel like we need a safety plan.
Truth be told, we all have our quirks, so I've come to accept most of us for the way we are.
Okay.
Practically a dictator.
Eli makes his own safety plan.
I mean,
in his
if
head.
he becomes a danger to another party member, absolutely, but I don't see that happening as of right now.
Okay.
But I'm going to find a spot. I'm not going to fly off like I normally do at a high point. I'm just going to stay near the party, but I want to go into a meditative state and just kind of try to refocus on that vivid image that I was having earlier and really focus on the egg and the monastery monk and just see if anything more comes to that or not before I go to sleep. I'm going to focus for about an hour on that.
Okay. Falling down into your meditative state on a bit of a thick branch over above, you feel more comfortable up in the air. As you focus with all of your ability, go ahead and make a history check for me, please.
17, so minus 1, 16.
16. While it's difficult to recall at this point, you do remember seeing a statue of the individual. You recognize him as the founder of your temple. Is there anything else anyone would like to do for the rest of the evening?
I'd like to
did
find
I find
Lucy.
any loot?
Oh yeah, go Trix first.
As Trix was looting
She's so
the bodies.
smiley too. Look at her. Where's my shit?
After thoroughly combing through many of the dead bodies of the Dinomites, you didn't seem to find anything of extreme value, mostly just knickknacks and things along those lines. Makeshift crafted items, no real coins or anything, more of sentimental value than proper value.
Pencils?
You did find a few utensils, albeit they are very primitive and carved out of wood.
Alright. I'll take those.
Okay. And Alara, you wanted to do something?
Yeah. I'd like to just find Lucy.
Okay.
He is
Hard to
currently
find.
picking up every cat.
Cat?
Just-
cat.
just-
Okay.
He's just getting all the kittens and he's just putting them all in his arms.
Okay, I still have one, so. So I'll bring the last kitten
All
over.
right, then Lucy makes his way to you.
Hey, Lucy.
I need this. He picks up Peanut. He puts it in his-
Oh, why? Why can't I keep Peanut for tonight?
You can have Coco. We'll give you a darker cat.
As he hands you this cat, you see this small, tiny little thing. Its tongue slightly tipped out of the side of its mouth, eyes kind of pointed off in either direction with its head tilted towards you.
Aw, Coco. You're my favorite. Okay, thanks, Lucy.
Need a
Hey.
little whisker therapy.
I saw in the tent. I went in the tent. Are you okay?
Yeah, I will be. And he shows the kittens again.
Okay. Yeah, I think you probably did the right thing, if that means anything.
I hope so.
Yeah. Also, I was sort of mad at you earlier today or 9 days ago or whatever the timeline is. And I just want to know, like, why you didn't think it was important to tell me about Massilian.
Look, I worry in the same way I worry about you and your time magic.
Mm-hmm.
Passion is one thing, but when passion grows too much and out of your control, it becomes obsession. And you talk about time magic and Massilian hand in hand in those ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to give you more to worry about. You haven't brought up Massilian in a few days now, or possibly a couple weeks now, depending on how far we've traveled. But I thought it best to leave it alone.
Okay, so don't do that again. Because I need to know. I need to know these things. You know that I came here because, there's a lot of reasons why I came here, but one of them was to find Massilian. And you know that we didn't find his body. So it's important to me to know things about him. And also, don't you think it's so crazy that we are both standing here and you are related to him?
It's an interesting coincidence, yeah.
I'm not even from here. And I met you in a bar. How crazy is that?
Yeah, I guess I hadn't given it much thought. But
can I see his necklace? Or is it tucked in your shirt?
it's tucked in, but if you want to roll a perception check, it is kind of billowy open, sort of,
Sure, I'll roll a perception check unless I can see it.
You gotta beat a 17.
Where did you get that number?
I don't know.
From what you can see, they're based on the V-neck cut of Lucy's cloak. You see parts of it, not in total.
Okay. Does it look glowy to me? Do I recognize it's still on?
It doesn't look like it's glowing to you. However, you do see parts of the sand running through it.
Okay. Also, the necklace. Are you okay with it? How do you feel about it?
If I'm being honest,
Yeah,
I'm terrified.
that was really honest of you. I don't think you've ever been that honest this entire time that I've known you. Well, it's
Well,
okay.
that's comforting.
We're gonna get through this together. And Alara will put her hand on his chest where the necklace is, and she'll say, don't worry. I'll help you. I'll make sure nothing bad happens. And worst case, if it does, I'll figure out how to change it.
I'm sure one day when you say that to me, it'll be reassuring.
Why not now?
But I appreciate the sentiment.
You have time magic related to you. You have the same. You're related to Resilient. So
Well,
you shouldn't be so scared of it.
things didn't go so well with him.
We don't know that yet.
Well, it's not like he has invited me over for dinner.
That's true. I'm not sure what happened. But it sounds like he had a good life before. So maybe we'll find him again. And then maybe you can have dinner with him. And maybe I can be there.
Maybe. If that's all. He like kind of leans towards his bedroll.
Okay. Well, don't keep things from me. Alcor did that, and I didn't like it very much.
Okay. Good night, Alara. We'll give her a little love slap.
Good night, Lucy.
Can I look up at the moon?
The only
Why'd you have to say it? Why'd you have to say it?
Because the canopy is thick. She cannot see the moon.
You can't see through that canopy.
The canopy is
10
far
layers
too
deep,
thick
man.
at this point. Yeah, it's very difficult to see any of the sky above.
Pavo's meditating.
He is.
I'm a tree.
Why don't you just chuck a dagger into the air and then teleport to it and then teleport
It's
back?
like I can only chuck it 60 feet. I might go nudge. I might nudge Pavo, because he can fly up over the canopy, can't he? Yeah,
He
I might go
can.
over and nudge.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I might go over and nudge Pavo. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Am I metagaming? How much do I know about the moon stuff? We heard he said that all in front of us, right?
You know that about Lucy, but not about Trix.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
But who even know how time is working right now?
Yeah, but the moon is the moon.
Who even knows? The moon is the moon? What do you mean the moon is the moon? The moon will change when the time changes also.
Yeah, but
maybe
if
we
I
skipped
go
over it.
Like,
Yeah,
come
but
on.
yeah, that's I know, but if Pavo flies up, he'll see what the moon looks like right now, and that's what matters.
Right now.
Yeah, but it might have gone full circle already.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, and then the
You know?
DM's gonna roll a die, and like, who knows what that's gonna do?
Gonna say.
I think we should check on the moon. I might nudge Pavo a little bit. Pavo, you wanna go for a little fly? See what the moon looks like tonight?
Eli,
You're
first
the
go
first-
ahead and make an athletics check for me, please.
Oh, okay.
You gotta climb a tree.
So
Yeah.
asking Pavo out on a date?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. In that case, you're utilizing your daggers. You sink them deep into the flesh of the tree, using them to climb up.
He's in the tree.
Finally making it up to
So creepy.
finally making it up to the yeah, no, you're not stabbing. Well, I mean, if you want to stab Pavo,
No.
making it up to the branch that you find him on. It seems to be a very large, thick branch. For someone like your small self, a halfling, you're easily able to traverse along it. You tap Pavo on the shoulder as he turns to look towards you.
Hey, I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm wondering if we should take a look at the moon tonight. It sounds so
Wink, wink.
No, because of Lucy's stuff, Lucy's whole deal.
Budding romances.
I'm trying to get my
When
bearings
the
back
moon
from
hits
coming
your
out of a
eye.
deep meditation. Trying to fully understand what's going on right now. I'm sorry, what?
Because of Lucy's were-cow stuff. Do we
What
want to
about
check? Well, we've been back and forward in time so many times. We should check the moon to see if it's a full moon.
It's a Weratar.
Weratar. Where?
That's also wrong.
Oh,
It's a werebovine.
It's a Moonatar. Thank you.
Moonatar. There we go.
All right,
Lucky.
I could take you. I'll take you with me so you can look too.
all right. Sounds good.
Have grab hold of Eli and make my way through the canopy to where above the trees.
Okay.
That canopy's too thick.
Bust through that shit, right? I will use my razor wings or whatever to cut a hole. Shit.
Eli, you situate yourself on Pavo's back, holding on tightly as he bursts into the sky. You feel a revigoration as he takes off with such speed, yet such grace at the same time. It's almost as if you yourself, for a moment, feel like what it feels like to fly. A little bit of concern hits your face as he jettisons towards the thick canopy. But just before he's about to crash directly into it, you watch as he pinpoints his wings towards it, as the blades of the silver wings cut through like shears, almost as if cutting into butter with a hot knife. As you begin to ascend above the canopy's treetops, there's a silence and stillness you've never experienced before. A peacefulness that resonates throughout you. As you stop about 20 feet above the tips of the treetops, Pavo begins to slow down his wing speed as you hover there for a moment, taking in the silence of your surroundings. You look up towards the sky and see a beautiful blanket of stars spread out across the entire world. Little flecks of light that seem to twinkle and sparkle as you stare upon them. Looking up, you also take note of the moon that has only a slight sliver left in it. No more than, well, a halfling's fingernail.
Welcome
Look
to
at-
my world.
It's pretty cool up here.
It's peaceful,
Well.
it's quiet.
Look at that moon. That peace and quiet isn't going to last for very long.
We'll deal with it when it happens.
Why are you guys laughing?
It's like the most awkward date
The
ever.
mood.
Stop it.
Welcome to my world.
I can show you the world.
I was waiting for it.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm gonna
Bobby, can you
TPK
please
this
do
party.
the-
Oh my god.
Can you do the ET silhouette over the moon with Pavo and Eli?
Oh, you guys.
I'll do something fun. Check Discord later, guys.
All right. Let's head back down.
Alright.
Tell the
Right.
group. So out of game, we're okay tonight. We are not okay in the coming nights, correct?
Well, out of game, I'd like to first off thank you so
Yeah.
much to Dag for the raid, my friend. Always a pleasure. Welcome for
What's up,
bringing
homies?
and thank you for bringing the cavalry in to save our mighty band of misfits. We always appreciate it. Hopefully your stream went well, my friend. And to all the raiders, welcome. For new potential tripper friends, we hope that you enjoy enough to consider following along. Might be a little fun for you. Eli, what was your question again?
Is it out of game? Nothing's gonna happen tonight because it's not a full moon. It's like right before the full moon.
Or a new moon, I think, right?
Make a straight intelligence check for me, Eli. No modifiers, no nothing. Just
You're
a
not good at
D20
those.
in the intelligence. You got this, girl.
That is gonna be a 9.
A 9.
I'm not that smart, guys.
As you look up towards the moon, you have a general sense of knowing that with such a sliver left, a new moon is on the horizon. But when it comes, could be a day, could be 3.
All right. Okay, let's head back down. Get some sleep. Thanks, Pavo.
And I've been thinking, wood rot would be a good keyword.
Wood rot?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that would be appropriate.
All right.
Wood rot? That's what you guys are using as your safe word? Jesus Christ. This Trix, you're right. This is the weirdest date I've ever seen in my life.
Wood rot.
Okay.
Alright, I guide us back down.
All right. To give Eli a little bit of a thrill, you dive bomb down towards the canopy. As it brushes past you, Eli, you feel your stomach lurch up into your chest only for a moment as a sense of joy and wonder spreads across your face. Pavo, you hear a little bit of a giggle come out of Eli, something that you very, very rarely hear. As you crest down back on the ground, you now note that many of your companions have bunkered down for the night. Shade still swishing his sword as he's falling asleep with it. Shoosh. Shring. Shoosh. Shoosh. As it hits the ground one last time. Is there anything else anyone would like to do for the rest of the evening?
No.
I'm
Head
just
to
saying
bed.
a few silent prayers towards the square before going into my sentry mode. I'll just find like a tall bush to hide in and just go sentry there.
Okay, fair enough.
Creepy.
As our heroes bed down for the evening, in the thick, darkest area of the jungle, It almost seems as if the jungle itself starts to become more alive as the rest of the world slumbers. But we'll get to that right after a short break. So with that said, first and foremost, another thank you for the wonderful Dead Aussie Gamer. If you're not already following Dead Aussie Gamer from the Tripper family, make sure to head over there, as he is an inspiration to not only myself, but to other narrative DMs out there. 100% can confirm one of the best storytellers on Twitch that I have found so far. Aside from that, for the redemptions that have been redeemed, we will be getting to them shortly, so just stay tuned for that. Lastly, go get yourselves a little bit of a beverage, whether it be apple juice, orange juice, grape juice, beer juice, or Moonatar juice. Go get yourself something good. And Cherry Bomb Bed, if you're out there, my dear, go make yourself some popcorn. You'll need it for the next part of this session. But with that said, guys, we will be back shortly. Stay tuned. Give us about 5. And we'll return to you real quick. Love you all. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for sticking around, and to all of the new individuals watching us, consider giving us a follow. We got a special giveaway going. We're about 4 away. Look at that, at 99%. And we have a very, very interesting giveaway, one that you are sure to remember. So give us a follow and consider sticking around, because the next time when we hit that goal, oh baby, you're going to want to be watching the stream at that point. But, as always, we do take a couple questions during chat. So, with that said, from our wonderful new friend, well, not necessarily new, but relatively new in terms of Tripper youth. From GF Powers, Lucy, in an absolute worst case scenario, could you ever bring yourself to pull the Jon Snow ending on Alara? And if so, would you rebrand the other stream from Talk Artiv to Silent Treatment Saturday?
So I had to have the fellow cast members explain to me what that means, because I haven't watched Game of Thrones really. After hearing what it is, absolutely I could see Lucy doing that if the need arose, and that would take a lot. But if it came to it, might have to happen. You never know. She's real power hungry, man. So a lot of villains start out.
Pretty scary, seeing we don't know the true identity of Solis yet. Just saying.
Sure, DM. Just throw that out there. God.
I mean, the journal said he was having good intentions at first, right?
Yeah.
Alara, how confident are you with turning the time dial on a scale of 1 to oh my god, I have no idea what's going to happen, to 10, I'm a freaking time lord, bitches?
10.
Okay.
Of course.
Pavo, we need another date. We need a safe word for Alara. Another date. Let's go. Put in the calendar.
Stopwatch is broken.
Stopwatch is broken.
That's hilarious, because the next
Sundial.
question is, Eli, are you going to come up with a safe word just in case Alara goes off the deep end? We're reading your minds, guys. We're reading your minds. Someone cast a divination spell. Ollie, when you retire from adventuring to settle down, will you look for an android just like Motherboard, or are you a big CPU kind of guy? Sexy rock'em sock'em robots.
Oh man, I gotta break that one apart. I guess my mother's not an android, so I wouldn't look for an android like Mother. And if she was, that sounds a bit Game of Thrones-y, if you know what I'm saying. And if I'm a big CPUs kind of guy, Ollie kind of likes the bio girls, but he's cursed as a android. And anyway, yeah. So no.
Well, let's just say they don't call him the Man of Steel for nothing, if you know what I'm saying.
my God.
Ladies, I'll get you his number.
God.
Don't you worry.
Gosh.
He's always
Pavo,
hard.
Pavo, as the leader type, do you regret thoughtlessly grabbing the crystal at the end of the last episode? Also, could you please ask your avian friends to stop continually defying my windshield?
Do I regret grabbing the crystal? No, not at all. He thought it was perfectly safe at the time. As far as, you know, the windshield, well, no, we gotta leave our mark somehow.
Well, making our marks on his
That's disgusting and amazing at the same time. Surprisingly, I'm surprised there's not a song written about that. Oh, wait, there is. Trix, what's your biggest fringe benefit from being in the party? Meeting new friends, and exotic people, pickpocketing them, or a front row seat for the strategic fireworks?
Oh, well, you know. Pickpocketing, watching the drama as it unfolds. Entertainment value, really.
You heard it here first. She protects the party for chaos and entertainment. This is 100% on brand for us, guys. 100%.
She's here for the memes.
Shade, what's the count at now after including the Dinomites?
What did I write down? 74 plus one big one for the Black Knight.
74 plus, we'll give him 10 for that one, maybe. So 84.
Wow. Guys, he's actually counting.
It's technically,
Hello?
yeah. You know, it's technically like 84 and a quarter if you count like part of the sheriff.
Fair comment. Fair comment.
Wait, did you keep the count of the wizard?
Yeah, I will count him twice.
Oh,
I killed
okay.
him once, we brought him back, and I will count him. And I've put like marks on my arm, like they do, like in World War II on the planes.
Little stamp on the side.
Wow.
That's the most BDSM notches on the bedpost I've ever heard in my entire life.
I mean, wow.
Ooh.
A follow-up question, Shade, who dropped you on your head as a child, and how old were you when you found out that found that out and murdered them for it?
You brought this on yourself.
Yeah, I found that out. Yeah, when I was a teenager, and I haven't murdered the person yet.
Listen, soldier's got a soldier, and mercenary's got a mercenary. So that's where I see Shade at this point.
Some people are reading books, some people are killing people. So
If you do what you love, you never work a day in your life.
Yep.
My God.
Wow. Oh, the next question's for me. Awesome. DM Dave, is the 200, I'm going to assume 400 follower goal drive really just a clever ploy to pay off your credit card bill from the sweet engagement ring? Just kidding, my friend. Congratulations, Rena and Dave. The short answer is yes. No, I'm just kidding. Totally just kidding. What is the purpose of the 400 drive? Really what it boils down to is, as some of you may or may not know, following us is free. We have no benefit to it from a monetary perspective. Why we're driving the way that we are is, if you were around last Wednesday, you would have had a clear view of how much love and respect and camaraderie is within our community so far. I think that it's important for us to continue to expand that, because there's individuals out there who don't necessarily have that sense of community and have that sense of friendship. And the more that we can bring into the Tripper family, the more that we can continue to expose those people to love. And that's really what it boils down to for us. Yeah, there is some monetary benefits behind it, and we appreciate all the support unquestionably from all of you. But at the end of the day, it's a matter of, we're building this community. We built Careful Cantrip so that we could all share in the love of the game that we play, to share in a sense of community, and to allow people, no matter where they are out there in the world, to continue to feel comfortable and become friends with some of the people in our community. For those of you who haven't joined Discord already, you know exactly what, you wouldn't know what I'm talking about, but for those of you that have, it is a special place. You know, and I know I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent for a moment, but I talk to other streamers and they don't understand how we've built the community that we have, such a loving, inclusive community where you make true friendships. And that's the secret, is that we're just doing this because we love you guys and we love the game, and we want to bring you in as much as possible and show the people out there that, hey, here's an outlet you can go to where you can be yourself, you can have some fun, you can flirt with me as much as you want, and really it's just, that's why we're doing this, and that's the only reason why. So, with that said, thank you so much for all of the questions, guys. It was absolutely fantastic. As well, quick thank you for the 100 bits from GF Powers and the 100 from Fal. And to all of you, thank you for just being here. It means
Also,
the
can I
absolute
say,
world to us.
with their support, we've been able to reinvest back in the stream to get everyone green screens. So they played an active part in uniting a bunch of people from different backgrounds.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
He's not
With a
wrong.
straight face.
No.
With a straight face.
Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done, well done. Oh, sorry,
and
also,
GF
yes, it's 1,000 bits from
Yeah.
GF Powers. Thank you so much for that, my friend. But with that said, I think that's enough questions and murmuring on and all the sentimental bullshit that I get onto. So let's go ahead and jump back into tonight's episode. As the jungle gives you very uneasy sleep, as all around you the noises begin to stir up, scratching of leaves on the ground, the calls from strange and wild animals out there. Aside from the fact of what you've all just experienced and gone through, it's a relatively sleepless night for many of you. However, you awake the next morning, as refreshed as you can be. You all gain the benefits of a long rest, and the morning is yours. What would you like to do?
So breakfast?
Well,
Yeah.
Rations.
When should
Make
we
it
light
quick.
the pyre?
Do we know which way we're headed?
Back the way we came as best as we can tell.
Okay.
Are we still going? Sorry, it feels like it's actually been 9 days. Are we still going to the mines first, and then we're gonna go to the monastery? Is that what we decided?
I don't know, Pavo, with your weird freak out vision that you had, do you feel more inclined to go to the monastery first?
The vision was of the past, so I don't think there's any new rush. I mean, the answers are still going to be there when we get there. So we might as well continue on the course that we've already set.
Makes sense to me.
Okay.
So, have we burned the bodies yet?
Not yet.
Also, we're about to burn bodies in a jungle.
Yes.
Well, it's a clear.
Jungle has a high moisture content. It's not going to burn.
Yeah.
Plus, it is in a a big like pit that was described earlier. So it's like
Oh, there's a pit?
in a place.
Okay.
It's like in a place where a fire is supposed to be put. You know?
Okay.
So I'll take that potion, that fire potion that I got not too long ago, and I'll toss it into the pit.
Wow.
In a very dramatic fashion, Pavo pulls out a potion. Inside, you see swirling oranges and reds and yellows that seem to move around on its own. He looks to you all and in a very somber state nods his head as he throws it towards the pyre. It splashes upon it, smashing the glass. He then realizes that it's a liquid.
And it will spread on the bodies.
Okay.
So
that
it
a
didn't.
fuel?
It didn't catch.
The potion begins to just seep down into some of the bodies as well as onto some of the wood.
I thought it was a fire potion. Maybe the liquid will ignite with one of your fire
Yeah, maybe it's
Yeah, Alara, if you would.
Absolutely. And does anyone want to say anything?
Burn them all.
What was
Can't
that?
even keep it straight.
Woodrot. Woodrot, someone please say Woodrot.
I'll look at Pavo.
It'd be. I don't know it.
Okay.
I
Alara will
didn't
just
quite hear him, so.
I didn't hear him either.
You said burn them all. That's what
Oh.
you said.
That's what he said.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean,
Well,
that's what we're doing.
That is what we're doing.
Okay.
Accurate.
I'm gonna say, I'm sorry that this happened, and we're all sorry. And then she'll cast Firebolt and
I will say,
light it
I
on
wish
fire.
Prozac was with them too. Poor guy. Wonder where he is now.
Who?
Prozac. He's not
Oh.
there. He's not on the pile. Poor guy.
That's true.
I'll just look at Lucy to see what he wants to do.
Lucy's walking over to the teepee.
Still on the
Okay.
top with his neck.
I'll go with Lucy. I'll go with
Alara
Lucy.
looks over at Lucy with a very awkward face as they exchange glances for a moment before hurrying off to the teepee. Prior to leaving, she casts out the firebolt that sends the pyre into an infernal blaze that reaches up 20 feet into the sky. You all feel the heat coming off of it. As most of you
I'm half
stand
expecting
in
him to
mourning
roast a
and
marshmallow or
silence towards it, looking over towards Shade, who has a schoolgirl glee-ish grin on his face right now.
It's nice.
Dude.
The rest of you suddenly hear a thud come out from nowhere as Lucy and Alara suddenly appear beside the fire. Lucy now brushing his hands off and giving a slight nod
it wouldn't
towards
be like
Alara.
that. No.
Stop.
He would have been carrying him cradled like a baby.
Aw.
Placed him as gently as he could without catching himself on fire on the pile. But
So chucking him.
So you throw him.
I didn't throw him.
As
And
he just
dust
rolls
my
back
hands
down
off.
and out.
Regardless of how you got him there, there's still a thud.
Sure. All right, let's get out of this damn jungle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As
The back-
I'll wave to the Dinomite. Bye.
What is wrong with you?
question we always ask. As you all begin to make your way to what you believe the front of the camp is, you realize that no one really remembered how to get here. Who wants to try and lead this expedition?
What? I always remember.
I thought it was a path. Wasn't it like a specific path?
It wasn't, but Alara makes a good point too.
Yeah, I have that feat.
I just
Right.
remember blacking out during this point, so.
In that
So
case,
we would be
Alara,
following
go ahead
Alara.
and make a
Heavily.
survival check with advantage for me,
Sorry, me? Is that what you're saying?
please and thank
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, it's a good thing that's with advantage. That was even worse. Do I have inspiration?
Inspiration.
I feel
Yeah,
like I
you
saw
do.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank
Are you
you,
using
chat. Whoever gave that to me. Yes, I will use that. That's a little better. Survival,
Also,
you
this
said?
roll was actually sponsored by none other than GF Powers himself. Thank you so much for allowing us to roll the dice tonight, my friend.
Bad news though. My survival is a 0. So it's only a 14.
Way to go, GF Powers.
Don't say that about our sponsors, Ollie. God, what are you doing? Alara takes the lead for all of you as she seems to have the utmost confidence to lead you all out of the jungle. As you continue onward, you travel for roughly an hour. As you pass by a set of large stones off to your right-hand side. You take note of them as they have a strange and peculiar shape. Another half an hour goes by as you begin to pass the exact same cluster of rocks.
We're lost.
Hey everybody, I have some good news and some bad news. What do you want to hear first?
Just
Do you
tell us
really
the
have good news?
I do have good news.
What's that?
Okay, the good news is that we've spent approximately 30 minutes to an hour bonding as friends, and now we're closer as friends together.
You didn't say anything.
That's sometimes, Ollie, it's not, you don't need to say things to become closer. It's just about feeling each other.
Oh, and I'll just kind of brush Lucy.
We might need to talk about consent on that, but you know, it's all good. Okay, and so the bad news is I usually know where I'm going, and right now we're passing by the same rock.
So what you mean to say is you know exactly where we're going?
Well, she
We're
knows
just
where
going in a circle.
north is.
Yeah.
How about we pick a direction and just travel in that direction and not...
Southeast, right?
Yep, that would be best, probably, unless it leads us deeper into the jungle, but...
But that's where the mines are. Oh, wait,
Yeah, it
we're
is
trying
where
to
the
find the
mines are.
path.
Well, if we end up walking through the jungle for the rest of the journey, probably be eventful, but we'll get there the quickest.
Aren't the mine to the east?
I thought they were southeast.
Southeast.
Why do you want to go to the north?
No, she
No,
always knows where north is.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, so if I know where north is, then I know where southeast is.
Oh, but why didn't you know that when we were walking in a circle?
Because we weren't looking for southeast, we were looking for a specific path back to the road.
Out of game, I don't know. Game, that's just what happened. So I don't know where we are.
So,
Let's
Alara,
just head straight east.
Yeah.
go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Maybe this is some timey-wimey crap.
Oh my god. I don't have inspiration, do I?
You do
Such a
not.
bad roll. That's an 8.
An 8. Where you don't necessarily see anything, you suddenly hear, surprisingly, the sound of chomping.
Okay. Like scary chomping? Or like cute chomping?
You hear the sound of chomping. However you want to interpret that. It's almost like it's a sense of grazing.
Okay. Guys, I hear grazing. Let's go. And I'll go.
From which
Look at-
direction?
Yeah.
Sure, if
This
you hear it,
one.
I can
And I
hear it
point
too.
in the, sorry, go ahead.
Which
What?
Point.
This way. And I go into the direction of that I hear the grazing or the chomping.
Okay. As you continue onward, it doesn't take long as you move past the strange rocks. Suddenly there is a bit of a clearing that opens up. Directly underneath a tree, you see what you would believe is a older... human female.
Okay.
She seems to be staring back at you intently, almost as if watching a play or a theatrical event. As you look at her, you do see small horns that protrude about 6 inches off the top of her head. Her skin seems a little bit whiter than what you would typically find, with what looks like a patch of brown over her eye and a little bit down her cheek. Her nose seems to be a little bit more extended and rounded out, almost like that of a snout.
Okay. I'll say, hi, my name is Alara, and I'll start walking over.
Is she chewing?
She is seemingly chewing on something.
Okay.
Well, hey, y'all travelers, how you doing? Alari says his name is. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What's your name?
Oh, my name. She reaches over and grabs a large patch of grass, tearing it out of the ground and shoving it into her mouth. My name is Alos.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Wait, chuck my spear at it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hi, Holson. Bye, Holson. Hi, Alos. What brings you here?
I mean, what brings me here? I live here.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, we're kind of lost, and I think our friend might have some questions for you. And I'll gesture to Lucy.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you,
Yes.
hot stuff. How you doing?
I could be better.
Oh, should we give you
Maybe-
some space?
Oh, is that a problem? Do you want to head into my hut for a minute? I can show you that. I can make it feel real better, boy.
I'm as enticing of an offer as that is. I did have a very important question, actually. Where do you know how to get out of here?
Get out of where?
The jungle?
Oh, the jungle. Yeah, you
Yeah.
just gotta keep heading down that way. She looks over to you. And she seems to be focused on the small calf horns coming out of your head. I see you got it too, eh?
Oh god. What would that be?
Well, the curse, of course. You got the curse. Curse of the Minotaur.
Uh-huh. Quick question. Would that mean I'm going to start looking more like you?
Oh, yeah.
I turn to the rest of the group. We need to find a cure for this immediately.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cure, there's only one cure for it, boy.
I didn't say we'd
And?
use it.
Well, you see, this is a curse that's granted by the Minotaur herself, Mother Queen of all the cows. Only one
The
place you
mother-
can find it. It's a place that we call Labyrinthia.
Labyrinthia.
Yeah.
How
Do
we
you
get
know
there?
where that is?
Far from here. Far to the west. Little
course it
town
is.
situated in, well, not really a town. Well, maybe it's a town. Is it a town? She kind of trails off for a minute, thinking to herself. Yeah, I guess you could call it, it's like a stronghold. You see, that's where the mother cow comes from. The queen of the Minotaurs. It's in a far-off land. You ever heard of it? It's a place called Drowan. It's a place where other mortals, civilized people, consider that all monsters go to in the Far East. Run by 3 sisters.
You met her? The queen?
Me? Yeah. Well, one of her children once. I was, well, in a past life, I was a little bit of a wonder witch, a by witch, if you can call it that. I experimented with a couple things. Ended up creating this portal for myself over to Labyrinthia. Well, while I was there, damn near got bit by one of them. Ever since then, every new moon, oh boy, turn into a horrible beast.
Why didn't you ask for the cure?
What kind of a beast?
If you know where it is.
Well, you ever seen a werewolf before, boy?
I don't think so.
She
Heard
reaches
stories.
over and grabs another handful of grass before shoving it into her mouth. Well, think of a werewolf, but as a cow.
I love the sound of that. And he'll like look at Lucy.
Every time I look at your face, I'm like,
Hey, this Droham place with the three sisters. Were they blind, or did they answer to like another like a queen or something? They lived in like a tower. Does that sound familiar?
From what I've gathered, the three sisters I don't know much about myself. As you can tell, I'm pretty far away from there, like you are. But Labyrinthia, from what I've been able to gather from all of it, there is a queen mother of all the Moonatars.
Okay.
It's the only way you can get rid of the curse. There's two ways. You kill the creature that bit you, or you go after the mother herself. It'll kill all their children.
Even you?
Yeah, I was gonna say, wouldn't that kill you?
Well, as you can see, I haven't fully converted myself. Neither has your friend here. But you let it go on for too long, boy howdy, you suffer the same consequences.
Holy cow.
So aren't you interested in finding a cure?
Me? I'm too old. Besides, I couldn't take on that kind of power. What am I gonna do?
What kind of power would you be taking on? I thought you would just be reverting to your original self.
She means
take out
killing
the queen mother?
Yeah.
Oh, killing the queen.
oh, I see. Okay.
Have you murdered anyone in a were-cow form? Like, should we be worried about our friend here?
Well, probably. I don't know if I murder any people or not, but I definitely woke up with blood on my skin, in my hands, all over me, whenever a new moon shows up.
That reminds me, yesterday me and Pavo checked out the moon, and we will be expecting a new moon soon, within the next few days.
Next few days, that's tomorrow.
All right.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
So I have a question for you. You said you were a witch and you were opening up portals. Can you still do that?
I could surely try. You don't want to go there, though. Just chain your friend up for the next night. He'll change into a cow a little bit more as days come going by. But you should be fine.
Okay. Lucy, what do you want to do? It sounds like tomorrow night we're either gonna have to tie you down, or we need to teleport somewhere really fast.
Lucy is just his shoulders are slumped. His mouth is open. He's just kind of like in shock right now. Just doesn't respond.
I got a place that you could tie him up real nice. And she gives a wink over to Lucy.
What's the place? Is it a barn or somewhere private and personal for you?
Oh, it's somewhere private and personal unless anybody wants to watch.
Okay.
Do we have?
How do we even?
have
Are we just
anything?
gonna trust her? How do we even know that it's related? You know.
Lucy,
I don't think we should risk it.
yeah, what you are going to turn into a giant cow.
How do you know?
Because she's telling us.
Horns
Because
could be
she's telling
anything.
us it happens. No, we're.
All we know is we teleported. I got teleported. Thanks again, Pavo. I came back as a cow,
Right?
and then I woke up again as not a cow with little horns. That's all I know.
Right? But
Right.
that's
Do you remember
exactly what
getting
happened
bit?
to her. She
Hey,
just stayed like this long.
wait. You say you got teleported somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you already know how to get there. Why are you asking me all these questions?
Well, the person who teleported us isn't here anymore, and we frankly hate him. So,
You see her demeanor
Us too.
immediately change as she whispers under her breath. Son of a bitch, Dalma.
That's the one.
you know Dalmar?
Huh? What? Yeah, I know him. We spent a little more than a week together. Kind of blurry. There was a lot of drinking involved.
Sounds like him.
Told him
that's our
about
guy.
this place. Created the portal in front of him, but didn't think anything of it. He was just really interested in some weird stuff. I didn't think he would actually remember how to get there.
Okay.
Well, he sent our friend there, and then our friend came back with 2 new additions that seemed permanent once we got him out of cow form.
Uh-huh. Yeah, all right.
So to be fair, I killed him, and some people brought him back to life. So I'll have to kill him again.
Well, thank you very much for that.
I would love to do it twice.
If you can tell us where to find him, you know where he is?
That no gooder. He just took off in the middle of the night. I don't know where he went. But he always said he used to hang out in Hansor.
Yeah. That's where he likes to drink.
Well, if you're looking for him, that's the best place to find him, if you ask me.
So, do we in the party, I'll look around at them, do we have anything that we can use to restrain Lucy tonight?
Well, I got something that you can restrain Lucy with right here.
All right, you could stop talking for a while.
Okay. Private
I mean,
party, I get it.
I mean,
Sorry, he's just a little tense.
I would trust the lady. She has experience with it, so I think we should do what she wants to do.
Shut up, Shade. You don't get to talk anymore
But-
either.
I think for once, Shade is speaking some sense.
Some.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
making Lucy feel uncomfortable, though. I don't like that.
Look,
Well, here are our
Hansor
options.
is way up north, way out of the way of what we're doing.
We're not going to Hansor now.
No, we're not.
I'm
going
talking
there.
about what we're going to do with you tonight,
Tonight.
when you turn into a murderous
Wow.
Moonatar.
If I turn into a Moonatar.
If, that's
When?
true. If.
When you turn into a
right.
Moonatar?
You're going to. It's probably going to happen.
Lucy, I'd rather have you tied up and for nothing than just let you loose and just
Yeah.
fight you.
You could hurt one of us. Or hurt
Or we could
yourself.
hurt you.
Or hurt somebody else who's innocent. It's just to be safe. It's nothing personal.
Fine.
Be personal.
If it'll make you all feel better.
We'll stay
Being
with you.
tied up
Allow
for the
you to
safety
tie
of
me
others?
up.
Yes.
We'll keep an eye on you.
Wait, Alos, does he have to look at the moon to transform, or is it just in the presence of the moon?
No, as soon as the new moon comes, your boy here, he gonna turn into a werecow.
For how long?
Well, for the night.
So I'm
They
going to be
become
tied
pretty
up. for-
powerful, though. Gotta be careful. Gotta make sure they're tied up real tight.
Wait, if we stay here with you, you're going to turn into one, too.
Mm-hmm. That's what happens.
Oh, we're not
And our-
staying here.
No.
Well, she
What
has
happens
things.
First
What happens
of all,
if
we have a
two
lot of
warehouse
space to make. You know, it's the start of the day. We got a lot of things we got to do.
Yeah.
Okay. But we need to figure
As
out
much
a
as
way.
we would love to stay Alos, I don't think it's in the cards. So,
Well, what happens if two Munitars are together? Do they fight or do they?
Oh, I want
know.
to find out.
Okay, so no.
Then she slightly licks her lips towards Lucy.
Ew.
I think we should
It's
stay.
very aggressive.
Okay.
Grass stuck to her
safer.
tongue.
No, how is it safer, Shade? We're gonna be in the presence of two beasts.
She knows us to stay inside and stuff. I'm pretty sure she locks herself up. We can
Do
stay
you lock
together.
yourself up? Alos, do you lock yourself up?
Hell no. Why do you think I moved out to the jungle?
Mm-hmm. This is my point.
Okay.
So, do you have any restraints that we could take from you? Since you're not using them?
What's in it for me?
I'll give you a hug and
I'll pay you.
brush your hair.
I don't have use for hugs or money.
Okay. What do
What
you
Make
would
me
want?
you
something
like in
good off
exchange?
I want something good.
What do you want?
Well, if Lucy wants to stay here for the night,
No.
Oh my god.
We're
If
not
it,
giving.
if it keeps him safe, that might be the best option.
tell you
Okay.
I
what,
think that's.
you let Lucy stay here for the night, I'll open up the portal for you.
Oh.
Okay, how about this? How about we stay here for the night with Lucy and
No.
you don't stay here? How about that?
Laura, you're not the smartest one, are you?
Why?
Because that kind of defeats the purpose of what I'm looking for, if you know what I mean.
Okay, we're not. Is this a real conversation?
Lucy's off the table. Lucy's absolutely off
Yeah.
the table.
I'm
thank
sorry.
you, Eli.
Well, best of luck then. She starts getting up.
Take one for the
Okay,
team.
goodbye.
What
What the fuck
is she
is
walking
happening?
away? Is she walking away?
Starting to.
I'm gonna look at Shade. I'm gonna be like, "You want to take a shit?"
What?
She's
What?
got. She said she has stuff there.
We're not
Oh,
gonna
take
steal.
her shit.
What the fuck? I thought you said take a shit.
Yeah, me too.
Shit, you want to take a shit?
No.
You
No,
wanna
right
take a dump
now.
on your lawn?
Take her
No.
stuff.
No, I'm just going to sharpen my sword for
Actually,
tonight.
actually, you know what? I don't know how powerful she is.
It is the
Okay.
morning. Just a
Okay,
reminder to
Alos,
everyone.
Alos. Isn't there something else?
Yeah, there's
Because
gotta be
obviously
something.
Lucy doesn't want to be with you. Okay. Also, he's my boyfriend. So no. So
You can join.
Okay.
More the merrier,
No.
if you ask me.
Okay, there has to be something else that you want other than Lucy.
Well, I got no reason for gold.
Okay?
So what else you got?
I'm gonna slowly rip a big mound of grass out. Like, how about this?
What else you got?
How about a
Ollie,
lock
what
of
about your
Lucy's
flowers?
hair?
Oh yeah, here. And then I'll use my flower staff on the ground and have the flowers.
I bet
Pop
those
up.
look tasty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not know much
Yeah.
more than all of the other flowers around here. Y'all are wasting my time. You got something good or not?
All right,
No.
look. I walk closer to Phalos just so that only she can hear me. If you give us the restraints, I'll let you see it. That's it.
Make a
Deal or
persuasion
no
check
deal.
with advantage. What is
So
this
good at
game?
persuasion too.
This is unbelievable.
Yes.
Dirty 20. The dirtiest of 20s.
Yeah, it is.
That was really
Wow.
nice.
Yeah. I blame Wholesome. She kind of looks you over and she says, you know what? I think we could work something out.
Let's see the restraints first.
I'm gonna cover my eyes.
You don't know what's happening. You didn't hear the whisper.
True.
You want the restraints or you want to try and cure this thing? Up to you.
Are you sure you can make a portal? I mean...
Damn right I can make a portal.
How do we get back?
But how do we get back?
I don't know.
No way of getting back, just the restraints.
Well, I figured someone's like you might have the ability to find your way back somehow.
Take a risk.
Yeah, do it. We'll find our way back.
Let's go.
All right, yeah. Portal it is then.
All right then. We got ourselves a deal. We shake on it?
My hand, right?
We can talk about that later. Come on, follow me then.
All right, we follow. Or I do, at least.
What's going on?
I go up to Lucy. Lucy, are you okay? What's happening?
A deal's been made. It's fine. Let's just keep going.
Yeah, which deal?
What deal? Are you sure it's fine?
Where are we going?
It won't cost us much. That's all. That's all you need to worry about.
What are we getting?
She'll open a portal.
Yes.
For us to
Perfect.
To hopefully find and kill this Mother Munatar.
Lucy, look at me. Is this what you want? Do you want to do this?
I don't know. It's this is a democracy, as we've decided. So
well, I don't know what you
I would
told
leave it
her.
to a group vote. Don't worry about what the price is. We can go if we want to.
Well, she said we have two ways of getting rid of the curse, right? Kill the creature that bit you, or get rid of the mother. So which one do we think
I don't know how
we can more realistically accomplish?
I have no way of knowing who bit me.
The creature was in that dream thing that you had, right? Or was it in the portal?
Right.
Wasn't it in the labyrinth?
It was in a cornfield.
Right. So where is she sending us?
Labyrinthia.
So to the
queen.
Creature. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, because we'd never be able to find out who bit Lucy.
All right. All in favor of restraints?
Well,
No.
Show of hands.
Here's the other thing. Like, she opens up a portal right now, and then are we gonna be able to kill this queen in less than a day?
I don't know.
Like, this seems
out of game. You guys were the ones who told me to go for the portal. So I'm backtracking now.
So we're gonna trust a stranger we just met in the jungle to put us in a portal to teleport us somewhere we don't know.
As I said, show of hands for restraints.
I don't know. Let's ask her if she thinks, like, I just feel like the timing of everything is really intense. Like, what if we go there and in the next 18 hours, then you turn into a giant Wiritar? And then what?
Lucy, is it possible for you to polymorph into the creature that bit you?
Then kill himself?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Why? Just so we get an idea of what it looks like?
If I can see what it looks like, then once we get into that portal, I can locate the creature.
Oh.
Okay.
And
Then we
what
could
is
just take.
But we don't know if it's through that portal. We just know the queen's there.
Well, maybe she could open up the portal to the place where Lucy was bit.
Lucy, why don't
If
you
it-
ask her about those dreams? She probably has those dreams too. Maybe there's a way to track down the creature that bit you.
Okay.
If
Maybe
it's
they-
To
within
save a little
1,000
time here, I'm just going to say that I relay my dream to Alos.
Yeah, those dreams happen sometimes. But it's hard to tell which one bit you. They all kind of look the same.
That's my point exactly.
Okay.
So is it safe to say that he was bitten in Labyrinthia?
Cornfields? Did you see a large tower there, perhaps?
I don't remember. That was a lot of episodes ago. Should I do a history check?
Yes, you did.
I sure did see that.
That was
I
Labyrinthia
recall
then.
perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
All
That was
right.
Labyrinthia. You've been there.
So
Maybe
they're
you-
both there. This place is far away. Who knows if we're ever going to have an opportunity to get rid of this for you?
One time offer, folks. It's on the table now.
Okay.
And maybe he was bit by the queen anyway.
Lucy, I think this is your call.
Please don't make it my call.
I want to do whatever you want to
Do
do. If
it.
you want to get rid of it, then we
Does
should
there,
go.
Yeah.
does there seem to be any deception in her voice whatsoever?
Make an insight check for me.
21.
She seems to be crazy, but no reason to lie.
There is a reason to lie. So she can see some stranger's dong. All right. Well, if it's up to me,
It is.
Yeah.
the only other time we're gonna have, only other way that we're going to be able to stop it involves finding Delmar, who last time we met him didn't like us so much and probably wouldn't agree to teleport us anywhere.
Yeah.
This
So
is
I
so far
say-
only lead too, and I don't sense any dishonesty from her.
I mean, I say we go for it, just because I don't see this happening down the road again.
Can we bring restraints with us? We might need them for the first night.
Mm-hmm.
Is everything there dangerous? Like, is it just these creatures running around loose constantly?
Yeah, I would hate to be going to a place just full of Moonatars during the actual new moon.
Right.
Well, with Alara's spell that we used last night, I don't think we would have too much of a problem.
Yeah, we could sleep in it.
All right. Well, if you're leaving it up to me, I say we go for it. And I say that time is a factor and that we should do it as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's ask for restraints too, just in case.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'll give you-
Los.
I'll give you some
Come here.
restraints. I got silvered restraints. You got to use silver.
Oh, okay. That's good. Great.
All right. It's a deal then.
All
Whenever
right.
you're ready, Alos.
By this time, you've reached what seems to be her makeshift accommodations. You see what looks like a very large, almost the size and width of a redwood tree, but just the stump relatively rotted. Looks like she's carved out a few windows as well as a bit of a doorway into the stump of this tree.
Gosh, she lives at Shrek's house.
As she enters into the accommodations, opening the door, she looks back. Hang on, I'll be back in 1 second. Disappearing into the home for a few minutes.
Hey, Lucy, let us know if she's got Nutter.
I don't think he's. What? Oh, I don't get it.
So he just rolls
I'm
his
gonna
eyes.
go. I'm gonna go
know
carve
what you
A
promised her.
plus L with a heart in the stump.
As you carve it into it, this is really the first time that Ollie's been mischievous in any way. Gives him a little bit of a charge. Ollie, you, my friend, have received inspiration.
So we're waiting outside. Lucy didn't go in there, did he?
Nope.
Right,
We're all
okay.
waiting. We're all waiting here.
A few moments
go,
later,
Lucy. A big proponent of love.
He face palms.
A few moments later, Alos leaves the house once more. All right, gather round. She takes you out to a little bit of an open clearing as she begins to take a stick and etch what look like ruins into the ground. She covers it an entire circle around.
I'm watching this like a hawk, like an Aarakocra.
Okay.
The canopy is too thick.
Canopy's too thick here, sorry.
Yeah. Ideally to copy it. That's the idea.
Okay. Make a there is a fair amount of grass around it, kind of blurring the areas. Make an intelligence saving throw at disadvantage.
Jeez. Gonna melt my brains if I get this wrong. At disadvantage, you said?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, hey, okay. So disadvantage is 11. My saving throw is +9. So 19. It's pretty great.
19. While it's difficult to make out, you make out most of the ruins that she's carving in.
Okay.
You have a pretty decent knowledge of and memory centered around what she's carving in.
Okay.
She finishes carving it and looks to you all. You're only going to have about 10 seconds to get inside once I activate it. So you got to move quick, you understand?
Understood.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Understood.
She turns back towards the circle, raising her hands over top of it. You hear her utter some arcane incantations before each one of the sigils all begin to glow with an orangish hue all around it. As the last of the ruins begin to glow, they all seem to connect, the light now cascading out of it, reaching upwards about 10 feet as it kind of levels off above there with spikes kind of coming out of it at the very top. A little bit of a wind begins to pick up as if it's pulling towards the center of this. She holds on to the back of her head. All right, y'all, if you're going to go, now's your time.
I go.
Sprinting in.
Okay.
Oh,
Rush
Run.
through.
Each one at a time. As the last of you enter into the portal, you feel your insides being tugged and pulled as if you're being drawn somewhere. It feels as if you're being stretched for miles and miles. And as the light begins to fade, your visions become clear. You find yourself on the steps of a very large circular tower. As you look out all around you, miles and miles of a maze of cornfields. Lucy, you immediately remember this place from your dream. And all above you seems to be a constant harvest moon that gives off a reddish glow throughout the entire land. And as you look towards the tower itself, a very large, double-doored archway stands in front of you. As You all look to each other, wondering what to expect inside of this tower. I will tell you. However, that is a story for another evening.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Damn.
man.
Ugh.
Alos didn't even collect.
She didn't.
Oh, she
Yeah,
will.
wow.
On.
She
Oh,
will.
jeez.
Stay tuned to the Instagram.
Also, we now officially are announcing our Deviant Art page. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, my
God.
God.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. But with that said, folks, is everybody okay? I want to check in with all of you. Mostly Lucy.
I'm all right. I'm a little scarred, but I'm okay.
Yes. Yes. Yes, Trix. Only cows. That's terrifying and very disturbing at the same time. But with that said, I think we're going to go ahead and raid some friends of ours. Oh, the Living Ted, thank you so much for coming. Tripper number 399. We've got one more, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching along and you've enjoyed yourself so far, now is the time to do so. Or maybe tomorrow night when we have our wonderful art stream with Raina and Bobby. But with that said, thank you so much for all of your support, for continuing to watch our silly little nonsense. There are 2 redemptions that we missed for the evening. Number 1 being, I'd like to raise a glass to all of the trippers out there so we can hydrate as best we can.
Cheers.
And as we leave you, we'll give you one last stretch of all of the good stuff. And with that stretch, we have reached the 400 follower mark, ladies and gentlemen. To Durkin, thank you so much for the follow, my friend. You are absolutely fantastic. We will be giving our giveaway next episode. Ecstatic, fantastic, wonderful. We didn't think that we would make it by the time, but you guys are absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for continuing to support our very, very silly and stupid faces. But with that said, oh, we also missed a Lucy sneeze, but I am holding on to that for the beginning of next episode because I thought it'd be a lot more fun to do it then.
Oh,
Your
boy.
sneezes.
It's not fun to hold
Hold in your
sneeze.
sneezes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucy, if you would go ahead and hold on to your sneeze for one more week.
Oh my God.
And we
Oh my gosh.
So ready.
apparently we'll do
What's
we'll do
happening?
one more hype train for the evening. Thank you
Wow.
so much, guys. You guys are
Oh my
absolutely
gosh.
amazing.
Wow.
So Ollie, by all means, go ahead and give the people what they're looking for.
I would hate to be your neighbor.
I would hate to be his microphone, but with that said,
Oh, yeah.
guys, thank you ever so kindly. Let me just pull this up quickly so I can give a little bit of a shout out. Again, to Durkin and the Living Ted, my friends, thank you so much for helping us reach that goal. Absolutely amazing on all of your parts. Foul for the 300 bits. GF Powers for the 200. We love you so much. Cross the Streams, you are the best. We love you as one of the founders of our fan club. We love you so immensely much. And Paul Dirtle, my friend, I see you there, and I cannot wait for Thursday's episode. For those of you who have joined us a little bit late, I will be appearing on the Hops and Dragons podcast. If one of our mods can go ahead and give a little bit of shout out for our friends over there, go ahead and follow them along. We are going to have an amazing time talking about all of the wonderful, wonderful elements of D&D, as well as, Paul's just an awesome dude, and you know, I'm pretty cool myself. So come check us out on Thursday night, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time? Question mark. 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We will be over there, and it's going to be the collaboration that nobody wanted, but you all need in your lives. I promise you that.
Turtle power.
Exactly. I don't know what that means, but thank you, Wally.
It's turtle power. Turtle power.
Sure, why not?
Ninja
One
Turtles.
more time, because that makes it make way more sense. Thank you. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do a little bit of a raid. We will be going and raiding our friends over at Perception Studios. They are super awesome. I don't know how they do it, but they have puppets in their live show. It's something incredible. Really, really fun stuff to watch. So make sure to do a hashtag CC Love. We don't do raids over here. We do CC Love. And if you've got an Alara heart, make sure you're posting that in their chat as well. But with that said, I do have one last thing to say. And that's specifically to all the adventurers out there. Whether you're grazing in a field filled with Moonatars, hidden away in a time mansion, owned by your mortal enemy, I beg of you all, one word of caution. Be careful out there. You can trip. We'll catch you all in the next one, guys. Take care.
Love you.